Well, yeah, we just started with him. Yeah. He was learning our
songs.
You
guys gotta jump him in or something?
Yeah. So as an initiation.
Yeah, sketchy there.
Yeah, he was like, are you sure? I don't know. Pulled him to the house. It was really dark.
Brought on like a gauntlet of hot sauces. We did a hot one.
What's up, everybody? Two Guys, One Shed. We're coming back, episode number 45 with Immigrants Child.
Yes, sir.
Our guest of the day.
Yep.
And
our first band.
Yeah, first band.
First band.
Pretty stoked on that. And if you guys want to intro yourselves.
Yeah. My name is Mario. I play guitar.
Josiah, play the bass.
Colin, play drums.
I'm Keeana and I sing.
There you guys go, Immigrants Child.
So how did it, like, who was the first person to initiate the band?
It was us three. We played in a worship band for our church.
Okay.
And then we didn't end up continuing with that church, but my dad was like, you guys should still play if you want to. So it was just Josiah, Mario, and I for a while. That was like 2013? 2011?
Yeah. 2013. Because I was finishing up high school. It was my last year. And I only met them because my friend was dating her in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
They only dated for 6 months. And yeah, so then after that, we went away to college and we kept goofing around. It wasn't until 2017 when Josiah was in school and he met an old band member of ours. Her name was Jessica. And Jessica started playing music with us, and she actually had songs that she had written, and that's when we actually started writing our own stuff.
Writing and
Nice.
performing.
So you guys are just covering.
Not even covers, we were just like playing jams,
music.
like
Yeah.
just pieces of music that had no words or anything. We were just like, oh, that sounds cool, let's keep doing
Just
that.
jamming out.
Yeah.
But we never really like finished a full song at that point. We were just like hanging out in our.
Josiah actually
It's
did.
like a hobby.
Y'all
Josiah
had,
did.
yeah.
We had
That's
like a couple like
We had a couple that were
things
working
going,
on.
but like, that's when we really started like just making like original stuff. But,
Yeah, Jessica kicked us off, and then after that, we started playing a lot, but we still didn't have a drummer for like a good year and a half that we knew Jessica.
You're forgetting.
We had no drummers.
I played drums for like 2 songs for a second there.
And then we have this habit where Keeana always recruits our drummers. So she was working for CU Catering, and she was working one of the football games for CU Boulder, and she met our first drummer's name was Brendan, and they were talking how they were both musicians and they were like really enjoying music and whatnot. And Brendan's like, do you know of any bands looking for drummers or something along the
He was
lines?
like, we should start a band. And I was like, I'm in a band. And he got real sad. I was like, but we really need a drummer. And he's like, okay. That's very sweet.
Yeah. So we played with him for a couple years before he had to move to Oregon. Shout out Oregon. His family's farm is really nice. They bought a bunch of property out there, so he's living out there with them.
So you dropped drumming for me?
No, he's a chef. So he's a chef by trade.
Yeah.
And he's still a chef for a big ass winery out there.
Yep.
That's my dream job.
We're talking like
Is being a chef.
those bougie ass like
Yeah.
fancy chefs. So
Like Gordon Ramsay. You know?
That's your dream?
Yeah, that was my dream job.
Chef or drummer?
Chef.
Chef.
Chef drummer.
Drummer.
around the same time, that's when Jessica also moved to Georgia
Mm-hmm.
for work. So, so they both left relatively around the same time. I think that there was probably like a year between it. Right?
yeah.
So and then Keeana met Colin also through work.
Yep.
And then he eventually joined us as a new drummer. So then we've been the 4 of us ever since. But yeah.
This is the longest crew.
Second longest? Yeah, I guess second longest, because technically we started playing with Brendan in 2000. We started performing in 2019, and then Brendan left
2021.
2022. Wait, no, because you've been a year. It's been a year, so 2020.
It was March last year when we played our first show.
So it's been a year. Well, year and a half.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've pretty much like same, I guess. But
Yeah.
That's crazy. You know what I mean? That's how a band starts.
We gave you all like the whole full
Yeah, we just went right through it. You know what I mean?
a
Damn.
whole Wikipedia page.
So we'll start our Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
Us too, you know what I mean?
So how was your first show? Just kind of thrown together and like, did you have a lot of time
Well,
before that? You guys were playing together for a long time.
What do we consider our first show?
It was. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good point. Technically, when we our first show, it was just us 3 and Jessica, and we played at CU because Josiah was taking a class, and for that class, you had to record. You had to record just live music in general.
Yeah.
Yeah. so he was like, why don't we do it? And so we did perform at the end of the semester. I don't remember. Was it the end of semester?
Yeah, it was like for just like an end semester like project that I do for a class in college. So, because I was taking like some music recording classes, and so that was part of like one of like the final projects we had to do in the class. So we did do that, and we did have like a show that was like at CU. And then, but like our first like actual like show like at like a bar or something like that was probably a couple months after that, right?
I think.
Because our first show is after Brendan joined. We actually started writing more, and then we actually started like planning out shows and things like that.
Because that was early in the year?
Yeah.
And then
We
our
haven't met
first.
Brendan yet.
No, yeah, I met Brendan in November
Mhm.
2019. So I think it was early 2020. Time is hard.
And you guys produce and like edit and everything, or do you guys like have somebody edit songs and everything else?
When we do
Colorado Sound.
Yeah, when we do our full recording.
Colorado Sound's a really great studio. That's still in Nevada, right?
It's Westminster.
Westminster.
Yeah, right off of 36 and Federal.
Oh, nice.
Like off of 72nd. So you go down, you go on Federal and like 72nd. There's like a taco place, like a couple
You don't
taco
go down
spots.
Federal, dude. You cruise Federal.
You
Right?
cruise. It's not the cruising section though. The cruising section's like Denver.
They run everything through like a really nice like Neve console, and they got like nicer mics than I could ever afford.
Yeah.
So like it's a great spot.
That's legit.
Yeah.
They're expensive.
Yeah.
They're pricey.
How much does it
Steve
cost
is-
to record a song?
They actually go by hour.
Uh-huh.
So and you pay right for the engineer. So it kind of depends. I think there's this like $120 an hour or something. And if you want production, it's $200 per day. So for a full weekend, it's about $1,900.
Jesus!
Yeah.
Wowzers!
It's a little spicy.
I mean, the thing about that though is when we were playing shows, any money we'd get from shows,
Yeah,
we put it into one
yeah,
account.
yeah,
We
yeah.
don't split it between us. So
Yeah.
that money, that's why we would try to play shows and why we sell merch, because then all that money goes towards the recording. So
So are you guys like an LLC then? How does that work as a band?
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
See, Calvin told you, mix up the LLC, bro.
It is, bro.
We set that up, but we don't make enough money to like really submit any paperwork.
Yeah,
Because I went
not
through
yet.
the process because I wanted to like
How much money do you have
check
to
our
not make?
bases.
I think it's
How
like-
to not make?
I
It's
think-
a very small amount.
I think if you make over 6,000 within the year,
Oh,
you have
we'll be
to,
good, Cal.
you have to submit taxes. I think. Something like that.
Yeah, like I said, I looked into it because like I registered the name and everything, and I went through all the appropriate means. And when like tax season was around, I was like,
Yeah.
I need to make sure like we're not gonna get in trouble for having
Right.
an LLC, right? And they're like, yeah, you don't make enough money for us to submit this. So
Oh.
I was like, all right, cool then.
Alright.
We'll keep not making enough money.
Yeah. Keep us on like a good line. Just
That's that business hack, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're always losing.
I watch a lot of
Yeah.
always losing.
We're
you know
the
what I mean?
red. As far as
I
you're
don't know where the
concerned.
money's going.
Just business expenses. So what have you guys been up to lately?
we have been working on some new stuff. I think that Colin joined, and we were just trying to kind of find our sound with him, and also just get him used to like a new band, because we just started with him.
Yeah.
He was learning our
You guys
songs.
gotta jump him in or something?
Yeah, pretty much. So it's an initiation.
A little sketchy there.
Yeah, he's like, are you sure? I don't know. Pulled up to the house, it was really
Brought
dark.
out like a gauntlet of hot sauces. We did a hot one.
But then we were just performing, and then getting used to performing with Colin, and then also making sure the vibe was right for all of us, making sure that Colin wasn't like, okay, fuck
Yeah.
these guys, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So, and Colin also plays with another band, BCO. They're also amazing.
Ooh.
If you don't know them,
Heck yeah.
but we were doing mostly that, and then we did record one EP because we wrote some new stuff with him. Recorded an EP, and now we're just trying to continue to add to our rep to kind of push up. Like, we love our songs, but there's some of them where it's time to move on, write some new stuff, and then get ready for our tour. So it's just more about writing, performing here and there, but like writing, recording, and focusing on the tour.
Kind of an incubation period.
Yeah, so we spend a lot of time booking shows. Trying to book shows outside of your home state is really hard.
So you guys do all that, like the search. Do you guys have to go out and like search and
Yeah.
see if they want?
Yeah, we have to do that.
Mario also
I
that.
do
Mhm.
that.
Most do like social media things like that.
Yeah. I mean, we're not big enough to have enough money to like afford an agent or a talent
Yeah, yeah.
agency. Because normally, that's who you would go with once you get to like a decent enough size.
Yeah.
But since it's just us right now, and we'd still be considered like we're a small act and trying to build off of what we are and who we are. We have to do all that reaching out.
Yeah.
I mean, more often than not, you're just not gonna get a response.
Yeah.
People just leave you on red or don't really care. And when you do get that response, you're like freaking out last minute. Like,
Yeah.
I text these guys like as soon as I get a response, like I need an answer now.
Yeah.
I need to get this to them now before they
Yeah.
change their mind.
Yeah.
But I spent a lot of time booking shows this summer, or just like spring into the summer leading up to these Texas shows that we have, right? And I have 3 shows to show for it.
Yeah,
But it's tough because a lot of the questions they ask is like, okay, well, what's your history in the area? What's your social media look like? What's
Yeah.
your exposure look like? Like, can we say, like, can you confidently say that people will recognize you or are attracted to your sound enough to like come
Yeah.
Yeah.
see your show live?
Uh,
And it's just a different vibe in Texas too, because some of those places.
well, it's a different vibe in the age we live in too. Because
Yeah.
back in the day, you know what I mean? Like, this band's good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was
Book us,
more
dude.
accessible.
And then
Yeah, like,
now you're like, hey, you have to have a certain amount of followers.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Your stats, man.
Me and Calvin trying to get monetized, and good God, it's TikTok.
hating.
yeah.
TikTok doesn't give us no views. You know what I mean? YouTube's been giving us love, thank God.
Yeah.
Facebook gave us a little bit of love, but it's just hard, to,
Yeah.
and we have to be consistent. That's
It's
the
like a
hardest
hard
part.
game to play, and some cultures different.
I've tried playing the TikTok game here
Yeah.
and there, and I like. There's a moment where you can tell it capped out, and they just stop showing your video. There's like a clear moment where,
Yeah,
hit that.
we had that. And then we had one video. It hit like 15K that Calvin just posted like last week, and then the rest of them 300, 200.
Yeah.
yeah.
But that's the first video that's popped off for us in like 3 or 4 months at
Because
least.
we have,
And
we
were
have
like,
videos that have 500,000 views.
yeah,
Yeah.
they were going good for a minute and then they just stopped.
Yeah.
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 Which is like unfortunate.
No, because
One thing I learned recently, my other band VCO, we had a meeting with the future Garden agency people,
yeah,
and we were talking about trying to, we're on Instagram, we're doing pretty well on Instagram, but like you find your platform. If you're doing well on YouTube,
Yeah, then you just roll with
you
it.
just
Yeah.
dig in, man.
Yeah.
Like I was trying to talk about like we should be more on TikTok and try to do a little bit of everything, and they're like, no, if you're doing good on Instagram, do good on Instagram.
Yeah.
Like focus on your platform, and that
Yeah.
was
Find that.
kind of awakening for me.
Yeah.
It was just enlightening for me.
Yeah.
I feel like we've had scattered results here and there.
Yeah.
Our like most watched TikTok is a stupid video I make.
It's not even a band one. It's not even a music one. And I'm so mad. I'm so mad because it's like the dumbest shit. It's a funny
Which one
video.
was
The one where he like his parents came back from Mexico and they brought him a bunch of shit and he has like a luchador mask and he's like has all his candy and so he's like pretends to walk into the front door and I had the phone pointing and I was like, oh, what'd your parents get you from Mexico? And he's like, nothing. And
My
he's in
holding
the
bottles of tequila, Mexican candy
Candy
around my
and-
neck and in my hands, and a luchador mask and.
I thought I recognized you
Yeah.
from somewhere.
it's just
Nacho!
so
We used a Nacho Libre song too,
Yeah.
which is what made it worse.
Hey, someone's gotta do that.
Yeah. It was really funny. I think my aunt even sent it to me, and I
Yeah.
was like, yes, that's Mario.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is a tough thing with like doing the podcast is, but like I even asked Calvin like, should I pay to like get some views? And Calvin's like, no. Every time I do say that, and then it pops off or so. I don't know how it. I'm like,
Just
I'm
wait.
like, I can push the button,
Yeah.
Don't do it.
and then it pops off.
No.
Don't give them any fucking money. They don't need it.
The social media game is a hard game.
It is very hard.
It's a very hard game.
So we have paid
We need
for like
hackers, bro.
we paid for like marketing, but we're not gonna pay for views.
Yeah.
We pay for marketing when we like trying to announce the show. So
Right.
So like
Yeah, yeah,
for Texas, right? Like I'm gonna throw a bit of money into Instagram so that because you know how you get those sponsored
Yeah,
ads
yeah,
and
yeah.
whatnot?
Yeah,
I'm
the
gonna
sponsored
throw some
hackers
money.
so they pop up
Yeah.
and
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw some money.
they'll
to
pop
the
up in Texas. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
want because
that's the way to
it
do
lets
it.
you choose a specific area, and I was like, this is
Yeah.
perfect because this is
Yeah.
where we're going.
It's not very expensive.
Because this is gonna get it. No, it's not.
Yeah, pretty
No,
cheap.
it's a sliding pay scale. So you
Yeah.
choose how much you want to pay, and like
Yeah.
How
that's
many
a cool
views you're gonna
feature.
get?
Just gotta
day?
wait.
It gives you an estimate and
Just wait till they give
everything.
you a deal.
I know, right? I know. They constantly give us deals like
Yeah.
get $5 off, and I was like, why do I need to like advertise this one post that was just supposed to be pictures of us instead of like this marketing one where I need people to show. I want people to show up at a show.
Yeah.
Like,
It tells you too. It's like pay an extra
Yeah.
$5 to reach 255.
So
extra
is
people.
it-
this post is doing well.
Yeah.
Is it nerve wracking? You guys going to a different state?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yes.
First time out of state?
Like, but
Exciting?
For us playing out of state, yeah. I think that the nice thing is that like we are it is nerve wracking. We are nervous, but it's also nice because as much as we love Colorado and really appreciate everybody who has supported us, it's nice to like have a fresh view and have like
To
new
see,
people.
to see.
and have like a new audience and like get to like show people
Like
who don't usually know us.
Like a perspective, like, alright, we are good.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Like
you know what I mean?
like maybe like are we Texas good or are we, like, maybe we're Arizona good? I don't know. Maybe we're New York good. I don't know. Like we have to figure that out. But I think that's like the nerve wracking part of it is like I think it's just more of the like the travel and like making sure everything goes well and then setting everything up, which Mario's got all that.
You guys got a bus?
My mom's van, maybe?
Oh, the Odyssey?
No, we're taking the Subi, bruh.
Taking
The
two cars.
Subi!
We're taking 2 cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
The Subi and the Rav, bruh.
probably be comfier that way too.
Yeah.
I mean, we dreamt of renting a van, and then we looked at like rental prices for like the week, like
Oh man.
where it's like it was gonna be like an additional 1,600 on top of like finding hotels and whatnot. So we're like,
Yeah, it's crazy.
Me, me and all of our boys
The
went
boys.
to Havasu in a Traverse.
Bachelor party. We went
7
bachelor party.
dudes in a Traverse
Four
with
of them.
luggage.
4 of us are over 6 feet tall.
Give us miserable.
God.
No, 5 of us. There's 5 of us were over
Yeah.
6 feet tall.
I'm one. No, yeah. There's
Yeah.
how many was there?
Me,
Was
you,
there 8?
Me, you, Doug, Tyler, and 04. And Aaron.
And Tony and Jimmy.
Let alone 6 feet tall. How many of y'all are like bigger, like shoulder?
My buddy Doug is like he's like a big dude. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's a big
Aaron,
dude.
Aaron was like, what, 230 back then?
Yeah.
He's a solid dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wanted
Tyler
like
went
a
too, right?
Traverse. I wanted
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 5 of
But
us.
you wanted it to.
No, there's not. There's more.
No, the van.
There's 7.
No, I know, but I'm
That was
just.
the worst. Like we even try to lay down all the seats and like laid out the bag so like we could just lay down because like everyone's like this, and I'm like the most flexible person, so I'm like I'll just get in the back and like I'm like this because we have luggage behind me and I'm like sitting like this for like 3 hours. Like alright, I'm driving.
Everyone still gives me shit for this, but I ordered a premium vehicle, a
He
premium
said
SUV,
a Suburban.
a big ass Suburban.
He was stoked
they're
about
like-
it. This thing's gonna
they're like,
seat
all
24 people.
Yeah, they're like, all we have is the Traverse, and I was like, we ordered like an upgraded vehicle, and they're like, this is all we have until
And
tomorrow.
Calvin wasn't 25
No,
at the
we
time,
couldn't-
so he couldn't even argue with
Yeah, I
it.
couldn't even argue.
Mom
with
had to
my
pick it up.
mom did it because I was 23, I think.
Mom, they didn't give us the right car.
I was with her. I was like, Mom, this is bullshit. It's not the right one. And she's like,
Yell at them.
hey, wait. And she was like trying to argue for me, and
Ask for their manager. Ask for their
No.
manager.
Because we all go to my buddy Tony's house, and then we're all like hyped, and then Calvin shows up, and I'm like, oh.
I picked
How
him
are
up-
all of. No,
I
like.
picked you up from your house, and then we went to Tony's.
Yeah, because Blake stood at my
Yeah,
house.
but each time I stopped at someone's house to pick them up, I would like honk the horn, and like I was stoked, and like playing music, and then I just see them open the door, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
7 dudes in a Chevy Traverse. It's seat 7.
Where'd
No
y'all go?
luggage. To Havasu.
Arizona.
Arizona?
Yes.
Oh my
14 hours.
God.
Oh.
For spring break.
It was so much fun.
That was our last summer on spring break.
It was so much
That
fun.
was worth it.
SF-15.
It was so fun.
That was so much fun.
Let's not get into the details.
And then we went from there, and then on our way back, we stopped in Vegas for a night.
Well, yeah, you're already out there. Might
Yeah.
as well.
That was fun. And then on the way back home, we got snowed in Vail on his birthday.
Yeah, on my birthday night.
Oh shit.
You didn't even get to
Yeah.
you didn't even get to the tunnel pass. You got
No, we
you got-
snowed it.
before
The
we
road
get
was
through.
closed. You couldn't go nowhere.
And the first bar we go to, my buddy's like, oh yeah, I'll buy drinks. I'll buy first round. You know, it's your birthday. He goes up. I go up to meet him. He's like, hey, come help me take these drinks back. I go up. And there's 20 beers. He's like, 14 beers because there was 7 of us. And he's like, what do you say? It was like $1 beers.
It was dollar beer
Dollar
night
beer
in
night.
Vail. That's
In
the-
Vail, so
We
were
just went to
like,
this random little. It was at a
Crazy.
basement.
yeah, they had a little show going
Yeah.
on. It was
Oh,
nice.
shit.
Dollar beers in Vail, and we drank so much.
We
Like,
spent like $30.
$30, dang.
Yeah, that's 4 beers.
Yeah, there you go. Shit.
Goddamn.
Yeah, that was one crazy trip. That was like a week, wasn't it?
We're supposed to be gone like 4 days, and we're gone like 7. Because we
Yeah.
got snowed in, and I think an extra 2 days. I don't know.
So you're just supposed to like find somewhere to stay the night in Vail then whenever you're snowed out. I've always
No,
wondered that.
and then
like,
they even gave us a cheap rate. It was still $250 for one room
Yeah.
all 7 dudes stayed in one room and had one bed. We lay on the floor.
We
and
couldn't.
I had to pay for it.
Yeah.
And I haven't said nothing from anybody. You guys hear that, Tony?
He brings
You guys hear that? I haven't seen no money.
He brings
No
it every bachelor
restitution.
party. Every bachelor party since Chris has brought that up.
Yeah.
What's that like? 7? I'm thinking too much about the money.
Chris offered. I'm just gonna say, throw it out there. You did say. I'll pay.
I was the only responsible adult.
I wasn't gonna pay.
Yeah, I know you were. I was like, I got $6.
I bought
Like,
beers.
what the fuck is that
I
gonna
did
do?
not buy beers.
He's
Not my
like,
fault.
I
They were
can't
dollar
even rent
beers.
a car. I'm not gonna pay
Yeah.
for the hotel.
None of us were over 25. We were all 23, 24.
I was a broke bitch when I was 23.
Oh,
Yeah.
we were-
I was the only one that
$250,
wasn't.
I couldn't handle
Me and Tony were the only ones that wasn't broke. I had a house then. There's Blake stood in my house. Sorry guys.
No, that's a good story.
We railed way
I'm sorry, this was about us. Why are you?
That's a story that needs to be told another time. What's your first stop in Texas? Or is this? Have you guys not announced anything?
No, we've announced it. Our first stop is in San Antonio. There's this cool bar we found called High Tones, and then
iTunes, that sounds familiar.
it's like a cool little dive bar. Like I really loved what I saw on their Instagram page, so I was like, hell yeah. Then we go to Denton, which is right outside of Dallas. I will say, I'm gonna talk a little crap. Some of those big cities in Texas, a lot of those venues are pay to play, so you have to pay them to play a show there. Exactly.
Yeah.
Any bands or any artists never pay to play your music, ever. That's not how this works. You are providing a service.
Yeah,
you are not paying to do your
You're
service.
the talent.
Well,
Yeah.
Mario even messaged
Entertainment.
one of them because he was like, obviously it's not a normal thing here in Colorado, and so he was like, I don't understand. And then they were real rude. They responded, well, you don't understand. See, it takes, $500 a night for this, and we have to pay for the sound guy, and
They gave me
that
a whole
costs
break.
this
They
much,
gave
and the
me a
lights,
line
they
item
literally,
with
of like, this is why.
water, electricity, and everything. I was like,
Wow.
you've got to be joking.
Like, that's part of your expense.
Yeah. You
I
gotta
don't know
figure out
how-
your whole thing.
I'm paying for your electricity.
You just gotta get people there.
Yeah.
Get people there. What does it matter?
When they're the ones using you, right?
Yeah, I was like, you're a bar. Ultimately, like, let's be honest, some of these venues, it's a bar,
Yeah.
right? Like,
You charge
so
$5?
you sell booze. Sell booze.
$5 a beer. You buy them for damn near $2 or $1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And the entertainment brings people in.
Yeah,
so like,
exactly.
To sit here and be
So-
like, oh, you owe us money.
So that's why we weren't able to find anywhere in Dallas, or I never heard back from like Austin, but yeah, no, never doing that. Any place that tells us we have to pay a rate to play there, you'll never find us there.
It's also a scam, and it keeps it like
Yeah,
just keeps it. So like unless you have money, you can't be
Yeah,
a
yeah,
musician. Like you have to have money, you have to have
Yeah.
that availability. Or you have to just literally be like, all right, I worked, I got my paycheck, here's my money. I want to play music, so I'm gonna use it all to pay, and that just doesn't make any sense. It's unfair.
Yeah.
so
Well,
we're
see,
in
you're
Denton.
awfully quiet over there, dude. I need to hear something from you, dude.
It's very soft spoken, man.
Well, I was just waiting, but then.
Yeah, and then he just keeps going back and forth. He's like,
Hey, can you Modelo me, bro?
I'll
You
say
want a
this-
Dell?
I'll say this, and then you can ask Josiah. You can answer the next questions.
There.
We finished.
That's a good permission.
Then we're in Denton, which is right outside of Dallas, and then our last show is in Houston, and that one's a DIY venue, so it's like community based and whatnot.
oh, that's cool. Like outside menu?
No, it's an indoor venue, but when I say DIY, it's like the do it yourself attitude. It's like an art collective, so there's like a bunch of art pieces and whatnot in there.
Oh.
There's this like really creepy like place where they have like a bunch of old school dolls that they just like slam together like as an art exhibit.
That's my bag.
It looks so
Colin's
creepy,
like,
but I was
"That's
like,
deep."
that'd be pretty cool to play.
I thought you were talking about like you guys gotta set up your own like chairs and stuff.
Oh
you know
no!
what I mean?
Everybody bring your own lawn chair.
BYOC.
You gotta bring your own chair. And BYOC and B and
But yeah, Texas is gonna be fun. We're really psyched for it, and we're hoping it's just the first of many opportunities or chances that we get to go play in a different state.
What do you guys think is your helping for your success? Just like consistency, or just like trying to think out of the box, or what do you guys think? Like, you know what I mean?
I'll take this one.
He's like, tag me! Tag me!
I got you.
It was pretty funny because right before you said that, I was thinking in my head, it's like, I haven't said something in a while. I should probably find my moment to inject something. But I'm just happy listening. So what was the question?
So like, what do you guys think? Like, what's your your success so far? Is like consistency, thinking out of the box, or
I don't know. I feel like I've always just kind of viewed our music as like we're just kind of playing stuff that we like to listen to, and if we're lucky, other people will also want to listen to it. I think while we're still exploring it, I think we've definitely found a sound that's pretty unique, and I think is a good reflection of us. So I think just and having people connect with that.
Just being unique and just staying strong to it, so that you connect to the people that you want to connect to.
Yeah, just kind of like doing what we enjoy, and I think we've just been fortunate enough that people have also enjoyed it as well. I won't sell out quick. Don't worry. Someone wants to give us a offer to put out a song in the movie, we'll sell out fast.
we just need one viral TikTok song. And it has to be one that like is easy to memorize.
We'll blow up a song on TikTok and then we'll re-release it sped up, re-release it,
slow down,
chopped
and screwed.
Yeah.
Wall.
Slow down.
Bless your soul.
Slow down with reverb, all
Remix
the
with
different
Paramore
stuff, right? And then we'll just play that song on repeat.
Two guys, one shed version.
And then 10 years, 20 years later, with the next generation, will come back on whatever social media is there, and they're like, oh,
a reunion tour, and then
nostalgia. That's what you gotta do.
We'll be a one-hit wonder.
I'll take it, man.
Yeah.
Being a one-hit wonder pays my mortgage off.
Because I've seen a lot of bands do that where they like have one song built on TikTok and there's like 6 different versions of it. But it's going back to the TikTok game. You gotta play that TikTok game.
Yeah, it's hard. I don't know those people that are like that you see all the time on your phone, like that you don't follow. You know what I mean? They keep popping up, and then like, do they pay for those views or what's going on?
You just gotta spam it. Like that's what his stepmom did. Like our cousin, her Soul Joy.
Yeah.
That's what he did. He just like spammed his stuff, and then now he's got like a record deal. He got like a deal with Vans, a deal with Fender. Like you just gotta spam it, and he played the game, and he did it, and it worked.
It's like you just gotta, like they always say, just post as much as you can, and then if you're lucky,
That's not to say that his music isn't good, but like you
gotta put the social media work in too.
Yeah,
right?
It is work, and especially because
for better or for worse,
doing like his own job first, and on top of that, like taking the time to record. Because the one video they spammed was like him in his living room with his bandmates, like playing a song, and they just kept reposting that one.
Yeah, I saw that. I think he's like a rapper, but he said he posted, like everyone was hating on him because he posted a video like 7 times. Yeah. The same song 7 times, and then he posted the 8th time and it like blew up. Yeah. So it's just like, he's like, if I would have stopped because people were hating on me in the comments, it wouldn't have blown up and I wouldn't have got a deal.
And if not, we'll just become a band AI.
Have you guys had
for TikTok? Like.
Have you guys had any haters?
No, I don't think we're that big yet to attract haters. We're barely on TikTok. I think we're trying to ramp it up.
That's our goal. We just want to be big enough to have haters.
Me and Colin, we had haters right off the bat, and it was
sorry.
They were going in on me.
What?
Yeah, they were. That was our first video from the comments. He deleted comments I didn't even see.
I had to delete some comments because I didn't want Chris to get sad. We were too
That's
early.
Such a nice friend.
We were too early into the podcast game for Chris to be seeing all of those.
I did feel like they were a little mean after I posted them.
He created so many accounts.
I was a little drunk one night, going off. So that's my bad.
No, he deserved them. It was a video we had our wives on the podcast for Mother's Day last year, and so Chris's wife was telling a story, and Chris knew the story, so like he was like trying, he was like
anticipating, like
and we were Chris always like feels bad about it, but we were
hour
2, like it was like hour
2.
It was like 2:05, I think.
So that's where the juicy stuff comes out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's when you finally just got into the vibes. You know what I mean?
We were in 2 hours plus, so Chris is a little.
Drunk
too, especially the first few.
You know what I mean? It's a little rap.
Can I agree?
Yeah, bro.
And
whatever you want.
Chris kept interrupting her story.
I didn't interrupt, but I was just like,
you were interrupting.
And
they just roasted him in the comments.
Oh yeah.
It was just like,
tell that guy to shut up in the green. Like, that's all it was. This would be so good if that guy would just shut up.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Yeah, you're telling me, and I'm just scrolling at night, just fucking crying myself to sleep. All the fucking comments.
I left the ones with a lot of likes, you know, the ones with like no likes. It was like 3 likes. I'll delete that one.
They're like, yeah, tell that guy to shut up.
And then he's like, oh, that's all likes though. I don't know, it's gonna boost
any more
our-
of these in there?
Let me see.
If not, I'll
Yes,
take that.
yes, there is.
Woo!
Anyone want one of
Good
these?
ones. I'm doing great.
All right.
Try this one.
I've had
Freaking
some
Mario,
videos
dude!
on
You
sport,
introduced me
yeah.
to something
I just want
that
somebody else to try it to see.
Delicious.
Really hard to get your hands on.
I
This is
know.
Where do you
like-
find those?
this is like
Oh, I've had
zero
Mexico.
sugar.
They're imported, bro.
I'll be in Texas in a week and a half.
Yeah,
so
that's important.
Where you
Just
have
get
to.
yourself a case.
It's like the margarita half and half throws me off, but
I think it's like an hour
can't
from
decide
Albany
how I feel about this.
border. So
I'm not a truly guy.
I
What
am
about
a
White
bitch.
Claws?
I really like
I-
Yeah, I like white
Ain't no
claws.
laws.
Not
Ain't
really.
no laws in
Ain't no
drinking claws,
laws.
dude. Come on, dude.
I like tequila.
Huh.
You know,
Yeah.
that's
tequila, just
yeah.
straight.
He would drink just straight tequila.
Really? You like
I do-
tequila?
I drink straight
Like good tequila, or
Oh,
you like
fuck
any
yeah,
tequila?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no, fuck the cheap shit, dude.
Yeah.
We'll go over for
Well, guess
practice
what?
and then-
We got this.
We got some
Well,
tequila.
got a
I'm
sponsor.
excited.
$3 pint tequila.
Tito should sponsor us. That much we use their fucking vodka.
It's right there. You know how it is to get a sponsor too? Oh my god! I put in I
That's
hate
Chris's
doing
job,
it.
that's
I
Chris's
try.
job.
I text it, and every time I send it, it's like, God, they're gonna say no. Why'd I spend all that time? I asked
Why?
Go Fast, but they're like, oh, we're already full this year. Try next year. So I was like, that was illegal.
Oh,
That's
that's
very-
nice.
Yeah.
Who's hit you back?
Yeah.
See, that I appreciate at least a rejection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
I appreciate a
hey,
rejection
sorry,
more than
we are
just
all full on-
ghosting us.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like
just reject us. It's okay.
oh, by the way, every guest that's on Two Guys One Shed, you guys get stickers, holograph.
I
yeah.
have stickers. I'll give you guys band stickers too.
Oh, let's go.
Ooh,
Yeah.
say less. You guys have one more to.
I got it.
You know what I mean? Spread the
Wondering
love
what
somewhere.
that was.
Oh, yeah.
That's the logo, dude.
I like it.
Oh, dude, that's fantastic.
That was Halloween like 2015,
Yeah.
maybe.
And
You're
guess
looking
why
good.
that Halloween was so much fun? We went out that night, and it was what is it?
So fucking hot in those suits. We were supposed to be like Miami Vice. Oh, it was so hot in those suits.
Calvin's wig.
Oh man, Chris took his wig off. I was so mad. I found him on the dance floor. I was like, "Put your wig back on."
You son of a bitch. We're in this together.
Yeah.
But that was when what's that called when they reset the time and it goes back?
Oh.
Daylight savings.
Daylight savings.
Daylight savings. So we got another hour. So we
Oh,
hit 2 o'clock and then we went back to
yeah.
1 o'clock,
Oh.
and we had another hour of partying.
That's
Oh, it
pretty
was
sick.
so much
That's
fun.
pretty fucking sick.
I don't even remember how we got home that night. That was
I don't remember.
That's when I threw the shoe at Eddie. We had like slip-on shoes, and these guys were fucking with me for
He
some
had a
reason.
kilt on.
So I told them to leave me alone, and then they wouldn't. So I threw a fucking. I kicked my
He
shoe
like
in
kicked
him,
his
it
shoe
slipped
and
out.
it flipped off and hit him in the head.
Oh shit.
He chased me for like 2 blocks.
Did you have this boat
I forgot
once you
about
gone while you
that.
were running down the block?
Yeah, I was just
Oh.
had one slip-on on.
But like Calvin, like I don't know how he did it. But he was like, whoa, and then he goofed. Hit him in the
You ran for
face.
2 blocks without a shoe.
I stopped
the
and kicked the
chunk
other one.
power.
Oh, okay, okay.
I stopped
Okay,
and
I
kicked
was
the
like-
second one.
Like you're lopsided running,
Yeah.
right? Like, no, I can't do that.
Yeah, I think I turned around and kicked the second one.
Out there barefoot.
It was good.
Yeah, that was That's it. Then so our first logo was made by one of the guys I used to work with, and then I did that on my phone.
Oh,
I made that logo on my phone.
That's great.
That was
Adobe.
a video?
the,
Adobe.
The power of
Adobe Express?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Calvin, he's our producer, dude. He does everything. He's our editor.
I haven't
He's
given
our social media.
I'm editor-in-chief.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm
Oh.
the talent, and I got the place. You know what I mean? So,
How long does it take you to edit like a full podcast?
So if lately we've been doing clips, which have been hitting on YouTube a lot better. If we do we watch like a comedy clip, especially if it's just we don't have a guest, just me and Chris, and those will take longer because I have to add the videos in.
Yeah.
So those take me like 4 or 5 hours.
Yeah.
But if it's just like this and we just roll through it, it's pretty quick. I just throw it on just Adobe Premiere Pro. And the longest part is everything just rendering everything, getting it put back together.
Calvin just used
So-
GBT.
I tried for
He tried
I was
to do
gonna
it.
do one for like a Facebook post, but I thought of it as I was doing it, so I was like, screw it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna copy and paste whatever. But it only takes like it's pretty
We're
quick
switching
if
to
it's-
AI.
we do it like this.
To edit. Calvin's
Yeah,
pressing
now that
button.
we have an extra cam now, and then we'll get mics soon. So
Yeah.
I've been hearing about that. Like, using like there's like AI.
Yeah,
plugins.
it's edited.
Just, like,
That's-
edit that
that's
shit
crazy.
without even trying.
Have you seen the
We're giving
videos
too
of it
much
doing it?
information to AI, dude. This is not. It's not good. It's
I've been
not
trying
good.
to use
Have you seen like the pictures they make? I'm like, who comes up with that? But it's like
Yeah.
exactly what you would imagine. Like, I was like, this is a picture, and like, no, it's not. It's AI. I'm like, that's fucking wild.
my wife might get mad, but her current LinkedIn profile.
Ah, no! Off of TikTok.
She's like, look at this. I was like, why do you? It was like it was like a full body one. I was like, why do you look so little? She looks like a little person.
Yeah,
Her head like shrunk down. I was like, why are you so small?
dude, I'm cool with AI until we got Skynet. Then we're good. Yeah.
Accidental Skynet. There's like
Well,
the.
have y'all heard the AI covers that they're doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they
So
can
like-
make songs.
Yeah, with like characters' voices. Plankton or SpongeBob.
Oh, I
Yeah.
The SpongeBob covers are so good. Everything that they put Plankton to sing
Oh yeah.
sounds amazing.
Or have you heard the Cartman one?
Yeah.
Oh, I did hear a Plankton one, dude. That shit's hilarious.
Yeah.
Or when they do SpongeBob as Peso Pluma.
Yeah.
Oh
Patrick.
my God, Patrick too.
Goddamn.
That's what I was looking up right now.
I always put every time I play video games and everyone's just like yelling, I just start going little.
I love SpongeBob.
That's my
SpongeBob
favorite.
goes hard.
That's my
Yeah.
favorite. That's
SpongeBob
my
is
favorite
my-
Patrick.
Dude,
Ladle.
I've been digging on the band Wombo lately.
Wombo.
And I feel so like out of touch because like I showed my girl
Uh-huh.
Wombo and she's like, well, it's like a SpongeBob reference. I was like, what? It was like turn all dials to Wombo. It's like the
Oh, Wombo.
Yeah.
It's upside down.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
I don't think I would have picked that up either.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
totally-
I feel like I lost my
My-
childhood when
You're
she
like-
said that. I was
My
like,
favorite one
"God,
is when he's always like,
I did too many drugs in high
Yeast.
school.
I thought you said weast.
She quotes
I use that
all the time.
I use that all the
Because
time.
I'm bad at directions.
She doesn't know her left from her
I
right.
do in the morning. I just don't at night.
We're driving. If she's driving, sometimes I'll tell her, "You take a right turn here." She's taking a left, and I'm like, "What?"
You need to point.
You need to say right here. But then she'll take a left still. Like, I'll turn right here.
No, Google will do
worst-
that. I'll like take it right, and when Google's telling me go left, and then it's like you turn on. Fucking Google's always fucking.
You take
it's
after
like
your mom.
wrong. Yeah, I know. It's
God,
wrong.
her mom's a
Like,
terrible
oh my God.
driver.
My parents are
She
terrible.
is terrible.
Sorry,
No,
Mom.
like they're bad, dude.
The worst is when you tell someone, okay, take a left up here, and they hit the fucking direction to go right. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Left!
You left.
Left!
And I was like, I thought you said weast.
I'm scared one day she's just gonna pull her hands off the wheel to go, "Oh, left."
Jesus,
Oh my
take
God.
the wheel.
It's especially at night. I don't know what it is. Like night driving, everything looks different at night, and I'm just like driving, and I'm like, I don't know
Are
where
you
I
blind?
am. No, I
Astigmatism?
got my glass. It's not even astigmatism. I just get really disoriented very quickly, and if I see,
Epilepsy.
right? You know what?
You might be low on iron.
I need more iron. Then I'll be better at driving.
Take a vitamin before you drive.
Take a vitamin for your driving. Eat more
Yeah.
carrots. And I'll
Now you gotta eat those Flintstone gummies. You know what I mean?
Oh my god, I didn't have enough Flintstone gummies as a kid. That's why.
Because you didn't have the gum. That's because you grew up on the gummies. You gotta grow up on the hard.
No,
you know
I
what
grew up on the hard
ones.
Those
You
are so
know
good.
that?
Oh, that powder just.
Those ones are actually good. That and Children's Motrin. My mom said that I used
The
to be like, I have
bubblegum
a
flavor.
headache.
We're really getting
Children's
into it.
medicine. Bubblegum flavored children's medicine.
Oh, I hate those.
I loved it as a
Ooh,
kid.
Pepto
Children's
Bismol?
Motrin had the
I could
orange
chug a
one.
whole thing of Pepto
Ooh,
Bismol.
I can do some Pepto. I
Oh,
do
yeah.
it for fun.
Oh yeah.
For fun.
For funsies?
Are we doing Pepto Bismol right now, guys?
There's no candy.
Pepto Bismol shots. That's out. Line them up.
The Children's Motrin had the orange flavor, and it was weirdly good. But my mom was like,
Oh,
"I
because
hate
it-
headache."
I can taste it right now. It tastes like
Yes.
like Tang or
Yes,
something like that.
exactly.
Like,
Yes.
but it was like grainy though.
Grainy?
It was
I
weird.
wanna see that. I wanna see that.
It was grainy. That was
And you're just like,
weird.
I have a headache, and your mom's like, "Here you go," and you're like,
She was like thick too.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
it was like if you made like the what are those things? Sour punch. You know the sour punch straws?
Yeah, we made a
But you
little
melted
bit
them down,
until
and then that's the
it-
graininess. Like it was like
Yeah,
that. I was like, what the
Exactly.
I don't know which one it was, but it was like the one you get from the doctor, and there was one flavor that was delicious, and like they would
What was
pour
it?
that little cup thing in.
What are you talking about? I don't know.
I don't know which one it was,
That
but
really
was delicious.
sus, dude.
Yeah, what
I don't
culture
know.
was that?
Yeah, I don't understand that. What was that again?
he's no longer in business, so maybe. Just kidding, he retired. Shout out to Al Creek.
What flavor? Root beer?
I don't know. It was a legit.
Was it a
cough syrup?
Was it a
but-
fruit?
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
Orange.
Tasted orange.
Blackberry.
Tastes like
Raspberry.
orange.
That's a
like
fruit.
Blueberry.
That's a
you would look
fruit.
at your teeth.
Tastes
like
and they
orange,
have, like,
okay?
The bubblegum
Banana.
toothpaste.
Ooh, or the bubblegum ice cream.
Bubble
No.
Berry.
dude,
Wait, ice cream
bubblegum ice cream
toothpaste?
went hard.
You had bubblegum ice cream. That shit go hard as. And they had a little bubblegum
Like
balls in
Baskin
there.
Robbins shit? Like,
Nah, we had
Paletero.
here in Brighton. We had this.
The paleta?
The paleta man.
No, in Brighton they had the movie rental place, but then they had ice cream in there too.
Blockbuster.
No. God, you guys are so young. You guys are the struggle.
Where at?
In Brighton, okay, you know where
Well,
Santiago's is?
where
It's
in Brighton?
Santiago's. Where
Yes, I
Santiago's
know it.
is. That's where it was.
Santiago's in Brighton.
Yes, that's where it was.
In Brighton.
You drove all the way to Brighton to rent a movie?
My mom was always here because my grandma lived here.
Yeah.
Pretty far.
We always were.
We lived in Fort Lupton.
Triple H, bro?
Triple H is good.
What is it? H&H.
H&H, yeah.
Brighton's not a big town, and most of the people
Red
here
Box.
are our family.
No, it was like something. It was like so you went to go. It's like a Blockbuster, but it was like the cheaper version. You know what I mean?
Hollywood.
The private owned?
movies.
It's
No,
not
it
cheaper.
was lower than that.
The locally owned.
Yeah,
Alright?
locally
Not
owned.
cheaper, locally owned.
To where they had the beads, and then if you step between the beads, you know what I mean. That
See,
then
this is
you
one
get
of those
the
small
naughty
businesses.
stuff.
You have another name
I'll give you
to
that one. You're old.
Red
Yeah.
Box.
Yeah,
I
we're-
don't know.
So, you grew up in Brighton?
Yes.
And you too?
No. Josiah. It was Josiah.
Josiah?
and I.
Well, we grew up like in Thornton, but we were always in Brighton. 'cause
Yeah,
We
that's
lived in
all
Thornton.
of our-
We grew up in
That's
Brighton.
it. We always used to be at my everybody used to be at my grandma's house almost
All
every
the
day.
time.
Every day.
We always went to school. Our school was always in Brighton, so we, like elementary school, middle school,
Even though we
high
lived in
school,
Thornton, we just always.
always in Brighton, and then plus all our family.
Brighton.
This is the
Brighton?
first time
Brighton?
Brighton?
pronounce your
Brighton?
T's.
Well, that's like the,
We make
isn't
fun
that
of
the
the bitch with the
Colorado?
speech
Yeah, it's like
impediment.
Colorado.
It's Colorado accent.
Brighton.
Like you don't
You
say
just learned to
you don't say
speak
water
extra
bottle.
good.
You say water
Extra
bottle.
good.
Water bottle.
Water bottle.
Water
Water
bottle.
bottle.
There's only some words.
Water
Mountains.
Mountain.
Mountain.
Brighton. Thornton. Westminster.
Right.
Westminster.
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 It's
Westminster.
Westminster.
It's
Westminster.
supposed to be.
I know it's
I
Westminster.
thought it was minister for the longest
It's supposed,
time.
yeah, it's Westminster.
It's
I feel
Minster.
like
I was
that's
like,
what
what the hell's a minster?
I know.
When you pass by, you actually gotta read the fucking words.
I know.
Just fucking go by what everyone told you.
But yeah, always lived in Thornton. But our family, like, we did everything out here. My mom worked out here. My mom worked at our schools. Majority of the time, we went to school out here. We would always be at our grandma's house, like everything. So.
You two
Yeah.
are. You two are.
Denver.
How are you two?
We're twins.
Release the beast.
Thank you, sir.
Long lost twins. We were separated at birth. And then
We
We
actually
met-
just found each other this, like on our way here.
Hey, I gotta tell the story. I have to tell the story.
Oh yeah.
I have to tell the story. Oh my god.
we're just brother sister. We're not twins.
Yeah.
But now you can tell the story.
So how far apart though?
A year and 5 months. People used to think
Josiah's
we were twins.
older?
Yeah.
I'm older. Bitch.
Yeah, he's all yeah.
I earned that.
It's like me and
title.
Jasmine. Me and Jasmine are a year and 2 months apart.
I am the eldest boy.
Everyone-
I'm the eldest boy.
I like your humor. I can feel it. I like it.
That's why he doesn't speak much. He has just like. He just
I was
throws
the
out
first-
some
It's
funny
the jokes.
shit.
It's gonna wait for
Yeah,
something
okay.
funny.
They don't let me speak.
No, shut up, peasants!
They, on the
Play
way
the
there,
bass,
They said
and that's
you have 10 minutes worth of speaking.
Bang
time.
the
After that,
strings.
You
You're
can't talk
done.
anymore.
And then you're done.
Yeah.
All I gotta hear from you is dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
All I want to hear from you is tone, nothing else.
Yeah.
All right?
Are you playing the
A
bass
lot
right
of
now?
abuse.
Quite the abuse.
I'm crying on the inside, but you know, I toughened
No.
through.
So I blink twice.
Bottled it up, and then that's it.
Conceal.
And then
don't
bury
feel.
it deep down. You know what I mean?
Conceal, don't feel.
Wait, what was your? You're gonna say
The
story.
story. The story is so fucking hilarious. Okay, so I just met Mal, and me and Mal probably been together for maybe 2 months, and we go to
Were you guys married yet? Chris?
Nayla's quinceanera.
Probably. I do not remember.
Sure, you could lie.
I know the
doesn't
story,
matter.
but I don't know
Okay.
where. I don't
It
know
was
location.
it was her sister's quinceanera. Okay, we go there. Mal really hasn't met the family. You know what I mean? Very much. She's met my mom and dad, but like not like the deep family and everything
Okay.
else.
I don't know if it's
So we go and then
It's like the dark web version.
Yeah,
The
they have,
deep
she
family,
hasn't
bro,
unlocked
the
those
deep
characters
family.
of the family yet.
Deep fam.
They're just
They're blacked out silhouettes.
Yeah,
That's locked in.
yeah,
She
but
was-
anyways, so we go to the quinceanera and there's a DJ. You know what I mean? It's vibing. You know what I mean? And Mal's like,
This story. Come on, I was gonna
yeah, it's a story.
say. I managed.
And Mal's like, so there's a black gentleman, he's the DJ. And there's another black gentleman, he's the family doctor. He delivered everybody except for me and Rachel. Literally all the Rivera kids.
Yeah.
And
Dr. Johnson.
Dr. Barnes.
Same day shipping.
But anyways, and then Melissa's like, she was saying something. I don't remember what she said. She said something was like, cause Cynthia was talking to the DJ, and then she's like, does Lalo get mad when she talks to her ex-husband? I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, Lalo is her husband. Like, and she thought that was yes and Keeana were black.
My sisters are much lighter skinned and they have like freckles and stuff.
But like
so-
Josiah's
Like,
hair,
we're not
like
light-skinned.
she thought Melissa thought that she was like half black or something, and the DJ was their dad.
Well, because didn't Melissa ask if we were from a different marriage?
Yeah, I was like, what are you talking? I don't understand where you get this
I don't
information
get the-
from. She made this all up by herself. Like it's.
She got a whole narrative.
Yeah, she made it. I was like, what are you talking about?
You didn't fill her in before you got there?
No,
You gotta fill her in with the family gossip. Like, hey, these people are together, they're divorced. Don't talk to them.
There was none of that because there was nothing happening. So I was like, how'd you come up with this? Like, she's like, I thought Josiah said Keeana were black. I was like, what are you talking
Should have told they
about?
were.
I did.
So
And then I told my mom, and then everyone else was dying. It spread through the whole family. It was-
Well,
it
now
was
my
family.
dad gives Melissa a hard time because she was like, you know, are they from Cynthia's first marriage? And now after they had kids,
No, that's what she said. That's what she said.
'cause when she got
She's
pregnant,
like,
my dad's
is
like,
Keeana and Josiah's from her first marriage? I'm like, what are you talking
but
about?
now
Like,
when Melissa
Lalo and Cynthia have been together the whole time.
Yeah.
Those are Lalo kids.
Yeah.
when Melissa got pregnant the first time, my dad just goes, you know, just be careful that they come up.
Halftime how to. We're making
Batanga.
Batangas.
Making
So a
sweet
batanga
here.
is.
You gotta talk when you're straight for the TikTok.
Sorry. So the batanga is. It's layman's terms. It's tequila and Coke. But you know what I mean. You gotta sauce it up a little bit. You know what I mean. You gotta throw a little lime, a little salt.
I
You
know,
gotta-
I literally was like, damn.
And you gotta have Mexican Coke. You got to have Mexican Coke.
I don't know. It fell on the floor.
You still have that on your
That's for
Damn.
me coming afterwards. Alright, so what you want to do is cut a couple limes up. If you're making it for multiple, if you're making it for yourself, just cut one lime up, you know what I mean? But you want to salt your rim with some sea salt. Which I got some Costco sea salt, so you know that shit good as hell. You like sea salt?
Yeah, it's
Or Himalayan.
That's some expensive shit.
No, it was $3 at Costco for a big one like that, dude.
Yeah, what does that tell you about my finances?
Ooh, sorry, bro.
You're supposed to know that. We're just trying to save up for our dogs to go to college. I don't know. Mac will probably just make it to community college, so Ace is gonna make it big. He's fine.
Ace is going to the Ivies, baby.
Yeah.
He's going to the NBA like everybody or what?
You get a scholarship.
Can already see a line of dog jerseys with the last name Martinez.
The other dog would have
Generation to
went on a sports
generation.
scholarship, but then he had that injury, so he
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
That is
yeah.
Ace. Oh my god. Stop it. It is really funny. No,
Anyways,
no, no.
batangas.
Batangas.
A response to your joke.
6.
I was like, he's gonna lose his scholarship. And it was like a week
He's
later.
not gonna make steak.
Alright.
He's gonna lose his scholarship.
So what you want to do is throw a little lime on the rim, so you get your nice salted rim. Look, I didn't bring out the pink salt.
Barbie theme.
You're really bougie out here.
Oh, I thought that was
Really
the Mexican
bougie out
Coke.
here.
No, I got it at Walmart.
Barbie theme. That's all I'm saying.
It could have been by everything. You're right.
Our
you're right.
last TikTok, someone said I look like a Walmart Miles Teller.
They did say that.
Oh my god!
That's fucked up.
I don't see it.
I know, I'm way more handsome than that.
You know what? At least there's
A
a Walmart,
Walmart Miles
Safeway.
Teller?
I think it could be worse.
These are the comments we have to deal with.
I didn't even comment back. Normally I roast
You're like,
everybody.
"Cyberbullying
Anyone talks shit to
is
Chris, I
real."
roast him. Chris commented a laughing face. I was like, fucking dick, Chris. I got his back on the fucking all of the fucking meme
I don't
comments.
see it.
He puts a laughing face.
Have y'all not seen the post that Mario posted
That guy.
of me just like zoning out in the fucking
Who
like?
said this?
A
Whoever
blind
said
person.
you look like Miles Teller's in
Let
the
me see.
wrong.
Yeah,
you
you
kinda
gotta
do.
do.
He's
You
my
gotta
Irish
do.
one.
It's the
No,
eye.
I
No,
can
it's
see
the eyes.
and like maybe the nose, but that's it.
Not even the nose.
You
It's
guys
just
both
the eyes.
have a nose for
Yeah.
sure.
We both have little eyes.
You both have eyes.
That's
and
why
a
he
nose.
responded. It was a bad comment.
He's in
Like,
Whiplash.
See, I felt worse because of Chris's comment. His laughy eyes, laughy faces.
Yeah, it's the Whiplash guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
J.K.
that
Simmons.
movie was so good.
JK
Whiplash is amazing.
All right. Anyways, back to the batangas. So, You salt your ribs, and you get yourself some Mexican Coke.
Oh.
Gotta be.
Open it with your teeth.
Don't do
I
it,
can't do
dude.
that. I'm sorry, Calvin. I can't do that.
Different type of Coke.
With your fingers, wow. With your broken finger.
Yeah. Okay, so you get yourself some Mexican Coke. Ugh.
That's why we gotta get married. I gotta get a ring to do that with.
Because we have so many bottle openers in the house. But
Tungsten carbide. It never scratches. It never gets. It's the strongest metal in the world.
I tried with mine, but it's rubber.
You're like, shit. It just keeps missing,
Just
yeah?
keeps shooting off.
like a rubber band just snaps.
My jigger.
You had it in the...
I just had it like.
Did you had it in a cup?
Oh, it's right here.
Found
You
it.
don't need it.
TV magic. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all the way up here.
And if you look under your chair...
Yes.
I'm
The
not,
ancestors
Free
will
puppy
tell you when
the
to
whole
stop.
time. It's just about puppy you've been underneath your chair.
I'm not cutting that, so
You don't need it.
it's gonna.
The ancestors will tell you when
Alright.
to stop. You don't need
I
it.
guess tequila. I don't know. This is what I found. This is pretty smooth.
Hey, it's not that
This is
bad.
smooth. This
Yeah,
is
yeah,
smooth.
yeah,
No,
Hornitos
you can be
Cristalino.
honest.
This stuff's good.
That's a nice Hornitos.
Yeah, it is.
yeah. Yeah, it's better than Altos. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's a high bar.
Altos is not very good.
No.
You know what's the worst tequila in the world?
What's that?
Costco tequila.
Woof.
Oh,
Why would
have you
you...
had it?
Yeah, it's the worst.
It's so nasty.
What tequila are we drinking? We're drinking tequila.
What?
Because it says Costco.
You shouldn't buy your tequila.
Tequila in bulk, though. Sorry.
What? You're good.
You have to
Buy
pair,
it.
you have to
Well,
pair it
there's-
with the
there-
Costco
there-
hot dog. That's
The glizzy. You gotta have the glizzy in your
you
hand.
pair it with the Costco hot dog. It tastes good,
Yeah.
but otherwise,
You gotta plug Centenario tequila. It's like.
Oh yeah, we
it's
like
cheap.
Centenario.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Centenario
yeah,
is
it's so
amazing.
good.
That bottle's iconic.
Yeah.
It's cheap.
Centena,
It's smooth.
my buddy Doug has
The big
big one.
Yeah.
It looks like a tombstone.
Yeah. Because it's got the ridges on it. Yeah.
Alright. Sorry.
Try that one.
We gotta stop stepping off a track, guys. Sorry. Alright, so what you want to do is add some lime to your cups for everybody.
Look at that grip strength.
Ah! I should have bought a squeezer actually.
oh,
My favorite part of the podcast is the halftime how to, because Chris will interrupt the guest, the entire fucking podcast.
He's like, we gotta stop getting
But the
distracted.
second the guest interrupts the fucking halftime how to, he's like, hey, just a second, guys, sorry.
Stop
I gotta
getting
get through this. I gotta get through this. It is.
Well, it takes a lot for Calvin to edit. You know what I mean? It's the most. That's our base.
That's our-
He's just
our
doing you a
TikTok.
favor, right?
That was our base TikTok, literally,
That's what we started with, just halftime how to's.
and that just came up with the
Just
first.
drinks, mixed
Our
drinks.
first episode, I was like, said something. I'm like, oh, I got stuff to make Irish car bombs. I'll make them. And we're like halfway through, like, and it was.
We're like, what are we gonna call it? Chris came with the halftime. He's all call it halftime how to. All right. That was like episode 1.
Yeah.
We've been doing it. He's done it 45 times.
I feel like that's good though. Like, when you have the podcast has like a shtick, like a thing that they always
Yeah.
use. Because people are like, oh my god, I love this part, or like that's what I look for.
Yeah.
It's like a.
Someone said that we were a Walmart version of Two Bears, One Cave.
Why are you getting
You know,
this Walmart?
That's not
I think
bad.
we're funnier. I think we're funnier
Oh
than
yeah,
two
we're
guys.
way funny.
Because Chris is Bert Kreischer. He was hammered. The first like 10.
Yeah, the first 10. I'm doing a lot better. You know what I mean? I'm working better to better myself. All right.
Good for you, man.
Thank you.
That's what we're about here on Two Guys One Shed.
Yeah, we're about
Bettering
making people
yourself.
better, not bringing people down. All right. Pick them up. All right. So, 2 ounces of tequila.
That's 2 ounces.
It's a
Yeah.
fat jigger.
Oh my god.
What'd you call?
fat.
It was a joke.
Thank you.
It was a joke.
I was like,
I'm not.
And a hush fell.
He's not trying to get canceled.
Bro,
oh, and that's when I leave. I'm not.
He's like, I was doing so good in my career.
Also, I
You
would
can't
like
put
to
the white
say.
boy in the corner like that. You don't
I would
know
like
how
to
they'll
say this is
respond.
the most Colin has ever spoken in the podcast. He's usually the very quiet.
It's
Oh,
because
this
there's
is- is
alcohol
this-
involved. Thank you.
Is this your guys' first podcast or no?
No, we've done a few, but like,
Really?
I
Damn
still-
it!
You guys are
I still
vets,
don't
huh?
try
You
it.
guys are vets,
Yeah.
then.
We'll be like, yeah, and then
Like
Colin
five.
this or that. He's like,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Tell me this is the most fun you've had.
Oh yeah.
No,
this
yeah.
This is how we do it right
Drink
here.
the whole
Yeah.
time. Like, you gonna drink the whole time. I mean, yeah.
Top 5 podcast week.
To be honest, I don't even think I'm pretty positive. Pretty positive one of them didn't even get released. We like showed up, did the whole thing.
Dude, that was
Right.
that was
We
like
don't know.
high effort too.
one? Yeah.
Like,
We can
We
talk about
don't-
it
yeah, we
later.
don't-
This is like low effort. I don't know. Maybe it might be a little high effort, but you know what I mean. We're just chilling, vibing.
That's how it should be.
All right, and then once you add your tequila, sorry guys, and I'm making them for 6. You know what I mean. Usually it's pretty quick. Then once you add your tequila, you add your Mexican Coke. It's made with cane sugar, so it's the good stuff. The real good stuff. You know what I mean?
It's the glass, bro. Glass makes it delicious.
Take one, pass it down.
around. 99 bottles.
The
of
finest silver.
The finest.
What are you doing, Fez?
What the fuck,
What's
Mario?
his name?
Are you?
He's the worst. He tells us
I like
when
how
the
it goes all the way
counter
around
can't
just to end it back on
He
the
just
table.
takes the.
Hey, you need to check yourself, bro. All right? Because you know what I mean. It might be getting in your head a little
Look,
bit.
it's the me show. You're the image.
Misha? Oh, I'm sorry. What?
Might need to stop drinking. They'll start fighting again.
Martin
Yeah.
don't fight.
Marie.
We had Jerry Springer on a couple episodes ago.
They'll start
We did
punching.
Jerry Springer reactions.
Oh, those are so good.
We need to do that again.
I know.
That video was
wild.
fire.
Is Jerry Springer still going on?
No, he
No,
perished.
he
He
perished.
perished. He disappeared with the wind.
He was had that lawyer show before he died.
Oh,
It was like a Judge Judy, Jerry Springer.
You gotta mix it.
Is
You
this
wanna
a lawyer
start?
yours? Are we stirring?
We got to drink it all at the same time too.
Yeah, I'll do a stir.
That goes for you, Mario. All right. I see you looking at it. You're eyeballing it.
I'm ready for this.
Yeah,
I know,
I know.
right?
You don't understand. Mario's a frat boy. He is ready.
He's the least frattiest fat boy.
I know.
And that's the best
Were
compliment.
you in a frat?
Okay.
That's the best
Yeah.
compliment.
Mexican frat?
Yeah.
What is that?
We're a Latino fraternity, a Latino multicultural fraternity, and we were just as stupid as most people.
What were your letters? LTX?
No,
LAX.
we were SLB.
SLB?
Oh yeah.
What was that stand for?
Sigma Lambda Beta.
Calvin used to stand for SAB.
SOB?
SAB.
What's SAB?
It's a car, right?
Oh, it's two SAB, baby.
SAB. That's
The whole way.
SS15.
All day. All day
Double
SAB me.
No, but Mario chugs water like it's
I don't drink water.
a drink.
He chugs water like it's a drink? Is that
Yes,
what
and
you
he'll chug it like it's an alcoholic drink, and I'm like,
Oh,
bro,
okay.
you don't have to take it back like
said?
that.
I
You
didn't
can
realize water
just
was a
sip
drink.
your water.
Anyways,
There you have it. The Batanga.
cheers.
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 Here we go. Hopefully these are good.
I've never had Coke and tequila.
I've never had a Coke and salt.
That's delicious. I don't taste
Yeah.
the tequila at all.
Not even a little.
I put 2 ounces in each one.
Tastes like Coke and salt.
All right, Keeana, what's the verdict?
He's not wrong.
I fucks with it.
All right.
Yeah,
I
can
fucks
do
with it.
Who likes like mixed drinks the least? Is it you?
No, I think
That's
I
all she
like it.
drinks.
I'm a baby bitch about alcohol. Like I need it to taste like
You don't like beer?
Capri Sun. I could do sours.
Ooh, I love sours.
love
Calvin,
sours.
Calvin's
Oh,
a bitch.
there's
He
not a-
loves sours.
That's
I
the
love sours.
only like what I'll
I love
drink
sours.
or like a
Oh,
cider.
you guys should have had. I should have brought pickle beers.
So
Sour pickle beers, and they're gas.
So what?
So good.
What's everybody saying about these? Solid?
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 Yeah, yeah. It's different.
It's like Coke and salt. Like you
Yeah.
said.
Like,
It's
no,
Coke and salt. There's no
Yeah.
tequila in it. Yeah.
That's kind of dangerous, then.
It is
hate it.
it
Oh,
is
yes,
dangerous.
That was good.
He just throws it in my
Just I
face.
just
Because you know how when you drink mixed drinks, it's like you're usually going for like a sweet flavor, like a tropical
Yeah,
flavor,
yeah.
or like it's
This is
normally
different.
sweet, or like just bland.
Yeah.
This literally is more like on the savory side.
Yeah.
Mario likes
Coke and salt.
palomas and stuff.
Ooh,
It's more on the
palomas
savory
are
side,
good,
so
yeah.
this is very him.
with that critique, we need you on some more podcasts with that critique.
Yeah.
Me and Chris like, oh, fire! Fire! We
It's
just
with
had
Dr.
fire.
Pepper, we're good.
Alcohol.
Then we Chris like, Calvin? It's not bad, huh? Not bad? And I'm like,
Calvin's always like, he's like, yeah.
I'm like, no, it's not.
Oh,
It's not bad.
so when we had the podcast in here when it was like -1 outside, it was literally like 2 degrees in here, and we did ice luge. And we did it with
Oh,
tequila.
fuck.
Yeah.
That sounds like.
Yeah, our
a good
podcast
time.
is legit.
That
Like,
sounds fun.
I
Chris
wish people
froze that
would
shit
see
outside.
it.
Yeah, it was sick.
I don't know how we could compress it and make it. It's just sometimes too long.
Sometimes our clips are just, honestly, sometimes I just don't have enough time
Yeah.
to make a clip in the week, and then we have another podcast, and that,
It's gone.
that
goes
it's
by
gone.
wayside,
It's ever.
La 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 la.
Oh.
That's why I've been fucking hitting YouTube hard lately, though.
Yeah, we've been killing on YouTube though. There was something.
So, what's your guys' favorite song? Can we like
In
favorite
general,
song? Favorite
or
song
like-
of the band, like your.
Oh, dude, that's
I
a hard
know.
one. You gotta ask like individuals.
Yeah.
We're all coming from different places.
Are they in a
Yeah.
box?
So each one of you, like, what is your favorite
Alright,
song?
what
to-
do you think Colin's favorite song is?
Pink Cry.
Oh, by the band. I thought we were talking about like.
No, let's go favorite song of all time.
Favorite song of all time?
Favorite song of all time.
Let's go. No, give him a
Favorite
second.
song.
Give him a second all time. Let's go favorite song by the band.
Okay.
By the band
But
or
keep
just
in mind, all
Yeah,
time.
all
Good
time,
shout.
all time.
Well, first band.
Top three.
No.
Cause you can't. That's so hard, dude.
Chris,
too
just
hard.
one.
No, that's so
No,
hard.
just one.
Can we just say favorite bands? I feel like that's easier to
No,
narrow it down.
no.
Say
it's gotta
favorite
be song.
song by.
It comes on. Okay. It comes on in the morning, and you want to hear the song to make your day better.
Can we ask what their favorite song for their band is first?
Yeah, sorry.
Can we tell them first? You start.
I would probably say "Kiss Me and Cry for Me" right now. I've been listening to that one a lot lately.
Is that the one you were playing
Yeah.
earlier? Yeah, we were listening to that last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fire.
We're listening.
Well, yeah,
we're vibing.
it's a very sweet song. It's a very sad song, but it's a very sweet song, and I also just really like singing it. But I think my favorite song will always depend on like what I really enjoy singing at that moment.
So is that is that just your favorite one to listen to or perform? Is it?
I think
Is there
listen
one?
to. I think perform my either Restless or What Comes Next.
For real, I didn't know that.
Because vocally they're very they're all over my range, so they're way funner is not a word, but they're like more fun to perform.
Yeah.
You can say funner.
Yeah, funner. It's
Yeah,
more like
it's a
funner.
word.
We don't judge on this
Yeah,
podcast.
thank you. Yeah, I dropped out of college.
That's literacy.
But it's funner to perform. Like vocally, they're really fun songs to sing. So that's why I really like those.
Literacy.
Dig it.
How about yours, Colin?
I'd say honestly, my favorite to play is "Carefully."
Yeah.
I love playing that song. That's like one of my favorite. I feel like that was one of our songs that was like it's like the hors d'oeuvre to our like the next flavor.
Because we're like,
You know.
yeah.
I feel like
slowly-
I think our new EP is kind of down that territory. But
Definitely
to
more
listen to
aggressive.
yeah, definitely more aggressive, more raw. But like, I mean, for listening to it, yeah, it's Kiss Me and Cry.
For me, I'd probably have to say Overthink. I think Overthink is like.
That's my second favorite.
I really like that song. I think that's actually the first song we wrote with Colin.
I think so.
So the two songs that Keeana said was from our second EP, and then Overthink and you said Carefully and Overthink are two songs from our most recent EP. So we have three EPs out, and the last EP that we just did is the first EP we did with Colin. But Overthink, I think, is just one of my favorite songs of ours. It's really fun to play. It's one of the first songs we wrote with Colin. I think it captures our sound really
It's
well.
a new sound. too.
Yeah, and I feel like it's, I don't know, I feel like it's a really good song that kind of captures our just sound in general. I really like
Now
it.
you guys are going like forward with, right?
Especially because we spent so much time with like letting Colin learn the songs and then performing that before we actually got to write. So I think there was like we didn't actually right away jump into like, okay, what's our sound with Colin? We were like, all right, Colin, jump into this. But
I
then
will
also-
say, 2022 Spotify top listed artist was Immigrant's Child, so you can't say I didn't do my homework.
You did do your homework, you know? A plus.
Yeah.
A plus. Thank you, certificate.
So you guys got those milestones then too.
As
What do you-
far as
what do you-
like years so we did albums.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like this is hard to like.
Putting
It's
in
hard to
time.
stay consistent. That's the hardest thing. Sorry. Your favorite song. Sorry. It's so hard. I have ADHD so bad. It's
I was
just
like,
like,
no, you just-
Calvin was staring at me. He's all.
Don't fuck up my clip.
I get it. It's like
I feel for me, I always think bands should always like explore and like try new things out.
Yeah.
And like push it, like keep your identity as best you can, and like just keep pushing what you can and want to do. So I'll always say like our newer stuff is always my favorite stuff to play
Yeah.
because I feel like we always unlock a new level of singing, a new level of bass, drums, guitar, like mood, theme, whatever, lyrics. So definitely for me, Sap, which is like I've been listening to a lot of Bad Bunny for like the longest time, and in my head I was like, I need to find a way to like bring in reggaeton and like this like Latin beat into alternative music, and it's been done before, and I'm not gonna say that we're like the first to do it, but I do feel our take is like unique in its own self, where it's this sad like groove, but it's also this like crazy in your face. Like as soon as this chorus kicks in, Keeana's in your face singing full volume. We're like playing guitars loud, drums loud, bass
Yeah.
loud. it goes from being this like, oh yeah, this is like you can sway to this to being like, oh shit, now I want to jump to this.
Yeah.
So, Sap is definitely up there, but Overthink, that's like, I love that song. It's one of the more like fun ones. It reminds me a lot of the artists that I grew up listening to, and I'm like, if I can capture some of that in what I do forward, but like continue to grow off of it and not just make copies of it. That's
Yeah.
what I'm gonna do.
Oh yeah.
Let's do it. How
All
about
right, all time now. All time. You guys better be ready.
Wait, of all. Can
Okay.
we do albums?
Okay, so
All
just-
time
Yeah,
songs?
no, I'm right there with you.
The album-
So you can go
Songs.
just artist and then just like either a song you're listening to a lot right now or a song that has brought you a lot of inspiration in your.
Okay,
Okay, that's
music-
better. That's
okay,
music.
can I add something real quick?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's just on my mind and I have to say it because I'll also forget.
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy how there's only a certain amount of instruments and they can make so much different noises?
Yeah.
Like, every band is different.
Yeah.
Just they're all playing the same thing.
Every band has their own sound.
Well, if
yeah,
you're
but
gonna
they're
be
all like have like the same instrument. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Everyone
Oh,
has
yeah.
the same instrument.
Well, if you're gonna be like a real dork about like audio engineering, like I
Yeah.
used to work for like a recording studio, it's all about the like production too. You know, like you go to like Butch Vig, fucking
Nirvana, Nevermind.
Who did Butch Vig did Nevermind.
Yeah.
Who did In Utero? I'm so embarrassed that I don't remember the name right
So
now.
embarrassing.
Jonathan.
It's not Rick Rubin, is it?
No. Oh man, I'm a stan. But you
George
made
Martin.
some strong drinks, so
It's a good excuse.
yeah.
Not gonna lie.
We got pizza.
Steve Albini. All right, so
Yeah.
we're-
See,
okay.
not that strong.
It took a second, baby. You came back.
let me dork out for a second. So if we're gonna talk about, first of all, my band on the list is gonna be Nirvana, my favorite like old school quote unquote band of all time, is Nirvana. And if you want to take their album Nevermind, drums are huge. Totally like nothing sounds like that album.
Nothing sound like that before.
No,
Or since.
it's grunge, it's post rock, quote unquote, but it's fucking Nirvana. Nothing
Yeah.
sounds like it.
You have a bunch
But,
of copycats
you know,
and whatnot, but
No,
They
yeah,
define
right?
the
Doesn't
genre.
capture it.
Yeah, yeah,
Very
yeah.
much.
But then you go, so that's Nevermind. You go to their next album, In Utero, and they what was his name? Kurt Cobain. He pissed off his entire label, and I think it was Sub Pop at that time.
it was some.
Was it Sub Pop? He totally pissed off the Sub Pop guys because they had like a whole studio set up, a whole producer set up, and he was just like, no, we're gonna work with Steve Albini. Like this is the sound that I'm going for.
Steve Albini, I've been working with the Pixies.
Yeah.
Who wrote that song "Where's My Mind"?
Yeah.
Mm.
And he just gets this like big fucking room, The drums sound enormous, but like crunchy and raw as hell. So like we're talking about like the sound of a band and the different sounds you can get from an
Yeah.
instrument. Talk about production. That's the same band, same members playing in two different rooms with two different producers. In Utero sounds like a completely different project. Like we're talking.
Heart-shaped box,
No, like what were the big songs on In Utero? It was
Heart-Shaped Box.
Heart-Shaped Box and
Pay Royalty.
yeah, and just between those two projects, it sounds like two different bands, but like totally different. sounds.
Dude, Heart-Shaped Box on fucking Guitar Hero?
Oh
my
That's
bro.
so fun, right?
Yeah!
Quick
Fucking-
plug.
Ah!
Guitar Hero 3 spawned a bunch of these bands that you see nowadays.
Yep.
Hands,
yeah.
like easily.
Without
Guitar
doubt.
Hero 3. Not even like the 1 and 2. Guitar Hero 3 because of all. That
Why
was
though?
the most diverse music set list because I can like tell you specifically a lot of my music taste was based off of that. One of my favorite bands ever, two of my favorite bands ever, Muse and Block Party, I discovered because I was playing Guitar Hero 3.
Guys, we're doing it wrong. We just need to stop
You never played Miami
Hero
Vice
and
because
get our-
Miami Vice was a hitter, dude. Miami Vice GTA.
No.
They had some bangers.
San
on
Andreas,
it.
baby.
Oh,
San Andreas.
Vice City and San Andreas. Yeah, I played that.
No, Vice City had way better hitters.
San
bro.
Andreas, way better.
Dude, GTA 5, come on. That's like,
Ooh, alright.
GTA 5 had a lot of good songs.
yeah.
Yeah. It's,
I'm waiting for the 6. They put 2
Come
billion
on,
in that?
Yo,
$2
that
billion to-
that leaked footage was
Woo.
nuts. Yeah.
It's gonna be like damn near Sims.
Hey, don't try to get away from this, alright? We want Millie's favorite so a song that
Listen to a lot right now.
either a song that you're listening to a lot right now or just
Do you guys repeat songs like over and over again?
Yes.
I do it.
It depends on the
Melissa
artist.
hates it. I can listen to a song over just on repeat, just for hours on
Just
end.
ruin it for yourself.
Yeah, no, I don't even
Yes.
ruin it. I still love it.
I do not listen to the band Foxy, but I know their lyrics because Mario was obsessed. So, I mean, it bothers me, but I do the same thing. But songs that I'm listening to, the biggest things I've listened to. So I'm not typically a huge fan of Halsey, but she did a new album. If I
Is it
can't
good?
have if I can't have power, or if I can't have love, I want power. And she did it with Trent Reznor and Atticus
Ross.
I forget his last name.
Trent
But-
Reznor from Nine Inch Nails.
Yes, and it is so good. And so the first 3 tracks, Tradition into Bells in Santa Fe into Easier Than Lying, I've been on repeat for the past 3 days because the transitions are so incredibly, stupidly good. And like I cannot stop listening because like I said, I don't typically like her stuff, but so well done. It's very different than what she's usually done, and her voice really fits with this. I personally don't. I mean, I like pop, but I personally don't feel like I like her voice in pop. But like in this kind of style, I'm obsessed with it. I cannot stop listening to it. I cannot like.
Well, it's a
I just love
cohesive
her.
album too.
Yeah.
You listen to the whole thing and it's like a story.
And
Did
the
you
best
listen to it?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah. And
Several times.
my favorite part is that I watched an interview that Apple did with her when they're like, "How did you get to work with like Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross? Like, how did this even happen?" She's like, "Well, I reached out to them and I sent them stuff that I was writing," and she's like, "It was kind of like a compliment, but a diss." But you know, Trent Reznor goes like, "Oh, I didn't know you were actually a good songwriter."
Oh.
And then he was like, and she was like, "It was a compliment. Like it was a diss, but it was a
It was a
compliment."
backhanded compliment.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
she was like, she was like, I literally was open to anything. He's like, we're gonna get kind of weird with the album. Okay, with that she's like, I'm down for whatever. And they created an incredible album, and it is
I gotta check that out.
it's so good. It's very Nine Inch Nails, and her voice just fits so well with the genre. And I kind of wish she would like stay in this, but I'm very much the kind of person because I do vocals. Like I'm very focused on vocals, and I can't like the transitions from Tradition into Bells in Santa Fe into Easier Than Lying on repeat for the last week. Like I cannot.
She's a really good singer though. How she could sing.
She
She's
has
got
a-
chords.
She's
got
got
chords.
a very distinct voice. I
Yeah.
think so. I feel like that. Like, yeah. Once again, like I don't like her voice as much in pop. Whatever, that's my own opinion. But like in this like Nine Inch Nails type music, so good,
Or
so good.
who's that one girl too? She always works with DJ.
Colin.
This is the same thing. DJ
Don't
Khaled.
say
Are
that.
you talking about Ellie Goulding with?
Yes!
She's got a very good.
She's
voice.
How did I
got-
know?
God.
How did I know?
Because Chris,
Mario
I couldn't,
Kart,
like-
he saw it.
Chris has been talking about Ellie Goulding for fucking years. He always thinks
I hype her up.
Dude, she's great.
Like,
Yeah.
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 No, she's got a very good voice.
She is. She is.
Lights.
Yeah.
Lights.
Stop me.
I've just been on a Mexican music kick. I
Oh,
can't
yeah?
get off of it. Peso Pluma, J.O.P.
All right,
all
Colin.
those
What's your
guys.
favorite Mexican song? Are you a Peso Pluma guy?
You Bad Bunny
Yeah.
guy?
That
That one.
We'll play some Mexican music
False.
after the
Bad Bunny's Puerto
podcast.
Rican.
But what up?
To be fair,
Fuck you, Mario.
To be fair,
Oh yes, you gotta listen to VVS, dude, with the bass in that song. Oh, it's so good.
No,
VVS.
Ocias did listen to like a full corridos album, and it's fun. I thought it was a bit funny because both him and Cassidy, his partner, sent me that like talked to me about the album,
Yeah,
and when I listened to it, I was like, "This is corridos."
yeah.
yeah.
Do you remember who you were listening to?
No.
Oh my gosh! But they were just
I
like,
know what you're talking about. I forget
yeah,
that.
but they were listening
I
to.
gotta show you VVS because it's like they're
Oh my
like
God.
slap. They're
Slapping the bass?
No, they're like pulling the string. Like the only way you can do it is with the bass. Like it sounds so good.
Slapping the
Yeah,
Yeah,
stop
stop
it,
the
stop
bass,
it.
Or you can slap the cello too. So it's
Slapping
like
the
the same
bass,
thing too,
maybe.
you know what I mean?
Hey, pour up another one of them drinks, Shakker.
Huh?
Pour up another one of
Do
them.
we
I
have
got no more
enough for
cokes, bro. I'm fresh out of cokes, dude.
Gee, chale. Can I have a Modelo then?
Damn, Calvin's been on. This is amazing.
I know,
This is
I'm
an amazing
fucking-
podcast right
I'm
now.
fucking-
Because Calvin is.
I'll take. Let me get one of those Chulis.
I was like, oh, this drink, you
Peach?
can't taste it. I feel it. It was crap.
You can't taste it, but you
Yeah.
feel it.
It's so good. It's so good.
Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
Anyone else need a drink?
I'm
I'm
feeling
still
great.
working on this.
You're
one.
great?
I had this one. I still have the other.
Yeah.
I got the.
Who's next?
What have you been
No,
listening
call.
to?
Call.
I'll
Yeah,
already
sorry,
I
dude.
did not go.
Okay.
I
Talking
just-
all about
Yeah, we were just talking.
Yeah, we were
about
talking
it.
about
Okay,
Nirvana.
So what is it right now that you're?
All right, I gotta go with like an old classic, and I'm talking about like a song from like between like 16 and 18. I can't say exactly when it came out.
Old song, dude? I thought you were talking about 1920s. So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
let's go, dude.
No. I'm so
I feel so old. Gosh damn it.
when my passions in music was like reinvigorated, because like I started playing music when I was like really young, but like when your parents play music,
Yeah.
and you're into music, you kind of go through the rebellious period where you're just like, oh, I'm not a musician.
What kind of music did your parents like? Sorry.
Classical music?
Classical music.
Yeah,
That's
so
it. They don't listen like.
I played violin for 10 years,
Shit.
and I picked up
His dad does a lot of work at the Colorado
Symphony.
Symphony.
Holy
Yeah.
cow!
And
Tyler's got pedigree. That's what that's called. Pedigree.
Musical pedigree. I love
Yeah.
but
You can make a shirt.
Classical music.
it. Just musical pedigree.
As we
Let the man talk.
That's all I'm
Hey,
saying.
that's the next merch shirt right there.
That's
Musical
merch shirt right
pedigree.
there.
I don't
Musical
speak.
pedigree.
Okay.
Alright,
but,
sorry.
we all go through that period where it's just like, I'm not doing what you do, mom and dad.
I'm listening to Linkin Park.
I'm different, I decided to like quit playing drums, quit playing violin for a whole 1 year.
Oh
And
shit!
it was like it's a big deal.
Yeah.
In my family, I was a big deal. But what brought me back was, to be completely honest, was just like smoking weed in the back of somebody's mom van and listening to a bunch of like EDM. And like EDM brought me back to like being passionate about music. And through that, I was into like, don't hate me, but like
No.
bad dubstep at the time, like
What?
really.
There's
bad
no hate here,
dubstep.
dude. It's all
Yeah.
music.
But
They wouldn't make it if no one liked it. You know what I mean?
Oh, we listened to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We thought we were the co-founders. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, have you guys been listening to this?
Right? No, everybody
So good.
felt like the like.
Yeah, it was the next big
advocate.
thing.
Yeah, like I discovered this.
Yeah. So, but then
This
like,
music's sorry. I'm sorry. Go
Oh
ahead.
no, you're good. But I
This
love
music sounds like pop rocks.
Dubstep and shit. But when it really became like my own, because like my friends were all into like dubstep and stuff. When it really became my own, it's like when I got into drum and bass. And I can honestly say, when I discovered the group Noisia, unfortunately they split up just like a year and a half ago. But they had like a solid like
Sorry for
15,
your loss.
almost 20 years. I'm sad about it, man.
I know, dude. I love
Colin just here for a
music.
week
I
and we're like-
love music, dude.
Yeah.
I listen. My wife hates it, and when she comes home, sometimes I'm with the kids and we're listening to music as loud as the TV goes,
Yeah,
and we're dancing around, and she's just like turns it down.
you gotta chill.
I was like, that's the way you gotta listen to music. Do you guys listen to music well?
Oh,
La-
dude, you have
obnoxiously
to.
loud?
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, of course. I'm a drummer. I'm deaf. It's always loud.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, so
J-pop.
Anyway, fell in love with
It's
Noisia.
so hard to control it. God.
but around like 2016, 2017, 2018, in that gap, Noisia did a song with the group The Upbeats, which is another drum and bass group. They were talking Dutch drum and bass, which is like my bag. But Noisia and The Upbeats put out a song called Dead Limit. And in my opinion, it's going to be like one of those like drum and bass anthems. Like 20 years from now, people are who love drum and bass are going to be like, within the decade, it's going to be like, it was Dead Limit. Like, that's the song. So, yeah. Dead Limit, drum and bass, Noisia, and The Upbeats. That's like my go-to like favorite song. Probably the last like 10 years.
Nice.
10 years, damn. That's pretty solid for 10 years. You know what I mean? Last 10 years.
So that's inspired your sound a little bit.
With drumming, 100%. Yeah. I wish I could produce like that, but I can't.
Yeah.
One
But
day.
they're
One day.
they're what I aspire to. You gotta have
Right.
those people that like you have your favorites and you're like, oh, that's really cool. I think I can do that. And then you have your favorite favorites where they're just like, okay, I feel bad, but this is a good thing because now I'm inspired.
Yeah. Yeah, I always yes. What you got?
Oh, I don't know. I can't think of a specific song that I was.
Were you looking for songs just now? Be honest.
I was. Yes,
Don't
I
play
was.
games with us in the podcast.
We don't lie to our people.
Well,
Open
the
the
thing I was
test.
looking up was because I've as of late I've been listening to like a lot of like Japanese like city pop.
Yeah?
Just like a lot of
Oh,
Japanese like jazz, like bands like Cassiopeia. And I was looking up because I always forget his name, but this artist called Tatsuro Yamashita. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but he has a lot of great stuff. But I've been listening to a lot of them, like a lot of Japanese city pop, and then an offshoot of that being Ginger Root, who's a more modern musician, but he's like just kind of like a modern take on that Japanese city pop sound, and he's really good. So Ginger Root, been listening to a lot of. Mario mentioned Block Party earlier. I've been listening to a lot of them. Bands like Modest Mouse. Been listening to a lot of lately. And then which album? We Were Dead Before the Ship Sank.
Oh,
I like that album a lot.
I don't know. It's good people. Good news for people who love bad news.
Good news, people like bad news.
You guys say a lot of new bands, and I'm gonna check these out here.
That's the one with
I
the
like
little
Fire, bro.
paper
Huh?
airplanes
Honest
on it.
Mouse
That's
Fire.
got what's the fucking song that everybody knows?
Float on.
Yes.
Yeah,
Float On.
Never love, float
Yeah.
on.
Hey,
Hey, hey.
Yeah,
House
that
Season.
band.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
But that We Were Dead Before the Ship Sank. I feel like people always say like the Lonesome Cut Arrest is like the best album, but I really like We Were Dead Before the Ship Sank. That's just my opinion. But also been listening to a lot of ELO.
We had Willie
Electric Light
here.
Orchestra.
If Willie was here,
Just
he'd be just
Yeah,
wet.
no,
He'd be
Electric Light
sweating his
Orchestra.
jeans.
Oh.
Right? He'd be
Mr.
like,
Brightside?
Yeah,
He'd be
well,
worse than
I've been
you.
yeah, I know.
I've been listening to a lot of their Electric Light Orchestra, Face the Music. That album's so good.
Is that the one with Mr. Brightside?
No, that one doesn't have Mr. Brightside. That one has Evil Woman on it.
Yes.
Yes, but yeah, that I've been listening to them a lot lately. So I don't know. I can't pinpoint a specific song I would say is like the best, like my favorite song of all time. But all those bands I've been listening to a lot lately, and they're so fucking good.
Who'd you say second? Killers?
Block Party.
Block Party?
Yeah.
Block Party.
You
Killers
know,
are good,
They
but-
did
Banquet,
Thank you. I'm
Helicopter.
drunk. I don't know.
Sorry.
They were kind of like an early 2000s like British band.
Sorry.
They had like I want to say they're like they didn't reach the
Right,
main,
yeah.
like they're pretty popular, but they didn't reach like the big mainstream.
We got
like some
pizza
other
inside.
big bands, but
They
They're
did enough
really
to be
good.
like some of your favorite bands' favorite band.
That's
That's
the
Yeah.
best, right?
yeah,
That's what you guys are going to be, right?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
Someone's favorite band, favorite band.
Yeah.
Like someone
Exactly.
that they're pulling fucking music.
Also,
Yeah.
did you ever watch How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
There's Block
Oh,
Party.
I love
Their
that
whole-
show.
Their whole soundtrack is like Radiohead and Block Party. Like
Okay, it's one block parts.
it's like 3 Radiohead songs.
So-
though.
Yeah, no, the Radiohead they had a lot.
They're in the Beds albums.
Yeah.
Beds, not in Beds.
How about you, Mario?
Lately,
Boxing.
You're so
Boxing
Everyone
is
knows.
really good.
So British.
Mario's had an obsession with it.
Okay, look, it got so bad. I'm gonna say these artists first, and like maybe a couple songs before I go into this foxing situation. So foxing for sure.
They're really good, but he
Yeah,
doesn't.
no,
Yeah,
they are great.
he likes them a lot.
So foxing,
Nothing but these.
Nothing But Thieves, Royal Blood,
Manchester Orchestra.
and Manchester Orchestra.
Sorry, bro. I know you better than you know you.
I know.
I know you. And you know you. And I know
because
that
you
you know
tried
that
to
I
do
know.
Oh my god.
Look, it's like these bands. I just I don't know. I love their stuff, and they're like concentrated to like the not exactly the south, but like the north, in between the like east coast and the south.
I
So
thought
like,
you were going to talk about the brain. I
so
was like, the north hemisphere
no,
of the
no,
brain.
no,
I was
no.
like,
The
wow.
West
dude.
hemisphere?
The West.
because they're we're talking like, oh my god, St. Louis, like in that region, like in the states and the region surrounding that, because
The Northwestern.
we're pretty like our states are pretty split up. But when you get to the East Coast, all these states are like right in the next, like right
Yeah.
fucking next door to each other.
It's like Weld County and Adams County.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. For us, that's that.
It's across
But
the
for
street.
them, they're literally states.
Right.
Yeah, but either way, that
Colin.
region of the U.S. for some reason has produced like some of the music that I've been obsessed with over the last 5 years. Matt Mason is another one that I
Yeah.
think of.
You guys like Leon Bridges?
Yeah, Leon Bridges is good.
Leon Bridges.
I've started listening a bit more to Tyler Childers.
Ooh.
I'm like slowly.
you gotta
wading
go
in there.
into what's
Slowly
his name?
wading in there.
Fuck, he sings something in the orange.
Don't say Morgan Wallen.
No, it's not Morgan Wallen.
Thank God.
He's into him too.
Dude, I like Morgan Wallen, but I'm gonna tell you the good guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What the hell is his name?
Ed Sheeran.
Oh, stop, Osias.
I've never heard that.
Keep going, Mario.
anyways,
Taylor Swift.
so we're talking foxing, Manchester Orchestra, Nothing
T-Sizzle?
But Thieves. Who am I missing?
What's your
That
favorite
makes sense.
fucking
That makes
song, my guy?
So right now,
Yeah,
boxing's most
get
recent,
on with the board, Phil.
boxing's most recent album and Manchester Orchestra's most recent album are like perfect lessons on what it is to like chain songs together, to have transitions that tell you a story. So Foxing's album, the first four tracks flow so smoothly. Same thing with Manchester Orchestra, the first 4 tracks flow so smoothly. And I love that. I love that
You
you're
listen
able
to
to
music
tell a
after this?
story
Yeah,
through through
Yeah,
your
you
music
do.
that you're able to
Yeah.
tell like a
Yeah.
narrative. And I just have like a really deep love for Foxing because this is not his voice is not one that you think of like, oh my god, it's amazing, right?
Yeah.
But like it's enough to convey enough emotion
No
to
one
be like,
sounds like him.
yeah, no one
It's
sounds like
iconic.
him. It's enough to be like, oh my god, that hits. That makes me sad. That makes
Yeah.
me feel happy. Like that's what you need. That's what that's what I want music to be.
If you want to make music that makes you feel the way that other music
Yeah,
makes you
I want to make music so that people take it and give their own meaning to it the way I have with my favorite artist. I feel like that's a big motivator, and that's what I get from these artists is that it's so powerful that it can go either way, but you find your own meaning in it. So, those artists like stick out. Favorite song right now though, like that I keep
feel.
blasting on repeat. This is my like ending comment. Foxing, Draw Down the Moon, the bass line,
We gotta.
the
We're gonna
drums,
listen to it after
the
this.
guitar.
It's a good song.
We're gonna listen to it after this.
Well, I said
Perfect song.
Mario also does a lot of writing, and I think that like part of his writing process is like listening to bands that he loves and over and over again, and then breaking everything down. Where he's like, I like this about the vocals, and then he listens to it again, and he's like, but the guitar, and because he also likes to try to.
Technician.
Huh?
He's like a technician, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
breaking
He breaks
it down.
He's tearing apart the song and like.
Exactly, like how can I find inspiration off this? Like, I don't want to copy it or repeat it, but like,
Yeah,
Well,
that's
this
the
is-
hard thing too.
yeah, how do
That's
I
why
make
I
that
don't
feel?
try to watch other podcasts because it's
You'll want to take
it's so hard to do. Like
We got our own style now, though.
Yeah, yeah,
I
that's
feel
what
like
I'm
you
saying.
do that too, right? Like you have
Yeah.
your own style, so like
Yeah.
you can take in the other things while knowing like who you are about it.
Yeah.
There is
little
a
bit.
book that my sister gave me that's like I forget the name of it, but it's pretty much just a bunch of like little quotes, but it's just talking about like no art is original. Like everything is taken from something.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Like there's nothing wrong with that, but that's like the beauty of doing art and finding inspiration in other art and like how Mario was saying where it's like the way that Foxing makes him feel when he listens to it, he wants to produce art that makes people feel the way he feels. Or just like feel in general. Like I love when music makes you feel something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you add another layer to
Don't
it, right?
even-
Like
Yeah.
We're not
Mario,
going
let's
there.
go!
We're
We're
gonna
gonna
go
go deep
We're
after
not going
this.
there.
I know.
We're gonna go
You're
deep.
gonna make him cry.
I
If
know.
you
I
start
know
like
whether
that.
or not Mario is in a good spot when he like if he's sending me regular memes, one thing,
Yeah.
but if he's sending me old videos of Mac Miller, I'm like, I need to go check on him.
love it.
I know.
Dude,
I
same,
love,
bro.
I
My son
love
was
that
old,
pain.
man.
I love it
Yeah,
so
it hurts
much.
so
I love
good.
being
Bro,
sad
Bro,
like that.
bro, like pain aside, like obviously
Do you like
he was
country
going
music?
through shit. No.
Dude, you
I'm-
love country music. That's what it's all about. Like it's the pain and the story. That's
I told you I'm like
but it's
waiting.
country.
I'm
it
like
doesn't matter.
I'm slowly walking
Older
towards
country.
Tyler Childers, right? Slowly walking towards Tyler Childers. Chris Stapleton,
He's amazing. Beautiful voice in the world.
amazing, right? I just have an issue with like mainstream country music where it's like my
Yeah.
boots in my truck and
Yeah, it's different.
I love this flag and I
Yeah.
love these cops.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
no. Like I love Tyler Childers. I love these people that talk about his like actual stories that affect
more like
the
folk
pe-
music.
yes,
Yeah.
folk music, real shit. That,
Bluegrass.
Can I,
Yeah.
can I quote a meme I just
Let's
saw
hear it, let's hear
just a couple days ago? Country music sounded a lot better when they were singing without a boot in their mouth.
Dang.
Dude.
I hate that bootlegger shit. It
Ah,
fucking-
shit.
like okay,
I hate
like,
it.
Can I say this?
Just-
Like,
No,
is
you can
this-
say whatever you want,
Look,
dude.
there's been a lot of
Not being
discourse and
cancelled.
like
Yeah,
shit talking
I'm
about
down.
this
If
Jason
we're getting
Aldean
canceled by
song.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm down.
This Jason Aldean song, Try That in a Small Town. Who the fuck
It's
is
not a good
Jason
song.
Aldean? It's not a good song to begin with. It's bootlicker country to begin
Yeah.
with.
Oh.
And the fact that all these people have like rallied behind it, I'm like, you're showing me exactly who you are.
Yeah.
You like police boot in your mouth. You like government boots in your
Yep.
mouth
Yep.
in the worst possible way, where it benefits you and it's against other people. And it upsets me because then you see like outlaw country. That's why I've been listening to Tyler Childers because everyone loves him, and now he's taking this bold stand. And the most recent project he just released,
He doesn't sing any of his old stuff because he's gone sober.
yes, he's gone sober. He's like taking a new approach. And I don't know if y'all have seen his new music, his new like single that he released with his video. It's called "In Your Love." It's literally a love story between two gay men in rural Appalachia back like in the mining days, and it's dividing everyone in this country scene. And I'm like, he's sticking true to his message the way he sees it,
Yeah.
and the way he wants to present it. He's not saying this like try that in a small town bullshit where it feels so disingenuous. It doesn't feel like
Yeah.
there's any artistic representation behind it. It's like I'm gonna find keywords and phrases that are gonna make people upset or make people like me,
Just telling a story.
and that's what I'm gonna sell.
The
Meanwhile-
commodification of
yeah.
it, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Tyler Childers is like, no, I'm singing a love song, and if it's a gay love song, then it's a gay love song, and that's what this video is gonna be.
Yeah.
Make it art.
Yeah.
Don't try to sell your shit to like people for the sake of selling it. Make it so that it's an artistic representation of you because you want an art piece out there.
Mhm.
So that's why. Try that in a small town. It's a piece of shit.
It just doesn't flow
It just
at all.
doesn't.
Like, it just sounds so choppy even when you listen to it.
Oh. My God. And then all the TikTok videos where it's like people just like recording their trucks with like text over the truck. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Show your face.
Show your
Be real.
face.
Show your
Come
face.
on.
With
That
what?
was Chris posted one.
Shut the fuck up.
His dually.
Bro, what
He's
makes
revving
it?
up his dually. So, rah, rah, rah. So this is a small town bitch.
But that's why when I mentioned Tyler Childers, like, I respect what he's doing. I think he has a very unique voice.
You know, this is Zach Bryan. This is Zach Bryan.
I've heard of Zach Bryan, and that's all.
He's
That's like the
good.
next inclination that I have is like maybe I should.
There's
check out
that's
Zach
what
Bryan.
country's moving. Well, not country, but like people who listen, the younger people who listen to country now, they don't care about the main.
Yeah, no.
They care about the stuff that means meaning, the folk music, the bluegrass, that's where it's moving to, and they're telling stories. You know what I mean? Like how it was before. It's actually storytelling instead of just selling.
The best music is always anti-establishment because it always goes for like what the people.
You gotta fight
What the people.
for
are
your
feeling-
right.
What the people are feeling in the moment, you know.
Oh my God.
What the people are feeling in the moment,
Yeah.
and then that gets expressed through the music, and then that's actually what the people are feeling. It's not what
So
the
like what
the
country
Yeah.
media is
was
showing or
at the
anybody
time.
else showing.
Yeah.
You.
It's literally
That's
got-
from the people, and that's the best music.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what country was.
Yeah.
That's why I'm a fan of Tyler Childers. That's why I became a fan. Let me clarify, because I'm not gonna sit here and say I know all this shit and everything right whatnot. But I love his voice. It's very appealing, and the stories that he's telling and the
Oh,
way
yeah.
he's telling it, like
All Yorn. That's one of my favorite songs too.
it's a really sweet song.
I love that song, dude.
But a long history of violence. Sit down and listen to that. Sit down and read the lyrics. He's talking about what's going on in our country, going on in our like relationships to one another. Like, yeah, I want some meaning behind what you do. I don't need it to be deep, and if it is deep, fantastic. But do it because it's an art to you, not because you're trying to sell it to someone.
You're not trying to make money.
Yeah,
So what do you listen for? Like, when you listen to a song, I know it's hard, right?
yeah.
Because like, I think of myself as a comedian. You know, I do some stand up here and there.
It's in the
Oh,
shed.
Right?
The shed. There's
But-
no rules in the shed.
Like when I hear a joke,
It was
right?
empty, but
It's fine.
It doesn't matter what joke it is. I'm already breaking it down in my head as to how, like, where he's going, what little things he's trying
Yeah.
to hit, how it's developing, right? So how do you listen to a song?
I'm the worst
Do you
person.
listen to it, or you like?
It depends.
You
on I
analyze
feel like
it.
it depends on what mood he's in. Like, is he like in a mood of I want to mess with my pedals and try different sounds? Is he in a mood of like I'm looking for something different to like provide in a song we're doing now, or is he in a mood of like I'm just writing to fucking write? Or I feel like that does change depending on what
Like-
art he's trying to pursue at the moment.
So like first time you hear it, like it just comes up. A random song you've never heard before. You're at a wedding or a fucking you're just in your car. A random song pops up.
It's
It's
just
like you
got
like it or you don't.
Yeah.
It's like that quick.
No,
Yeah.
I've had that happen to where I didn't like it, and it's become one of my favorite songs.
Yeah,
Like,
songs have grown on me. Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
the
So-
lyrics or the beat.
So
Yeah.
songs, I do believe songs can grow on you. Like,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I'm the wrong person to ask because I'm like super critical of everything I take in, but it's because I have like a predestined thought on like what comes.
I thought
Not
you
a
were saying
predestined-
What it should be.
existing condition. I was like,
Condition.
Jesus Christ.
What it should be.
What it
or
should be,
what is it
yeah, what it
called?
should be because like
It's called
whenever I,
Judgy Bitch.
like Keeana knows this. So Spotify has this like New Music Fridays, right? And it
Yeah.
always drops Thursday at
Yeah.
10 p.m.
Yeah.
Thursday
at
10 p.m. or a little like an hour after, you're gonna find me on my phone scrolling through the songs, taking time to like see like I listen to it and then I like skip through it to see if there's anything that actually like hooks me.
Yeah.
Like,
You
what is
listen to
catching
the
my
beginning and then
attention?
you
Like go to the
skip
middle,
yeah,
then go
yeah,
a little bit further in the middle, and then go to the end.
We were in
Because-
the car the other day when was it Nothing But Thieves came out, pulled into the driveway, and I'm about to get out. He's like, no, it's almost over. like new music, and so he really does look for that. Or like Thursday nights, I'm like, you ready to be disappointed, babe? Because I know he's kind of like sometimes, he's very picky, which is not bad.
I make playlists like that. Like
Yeah.
I listen to the beginning, listen to the middle, listen to the end. Like how does this fit with the song before it and after that?
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys.
Yeah.
That's all you guys do. Right?
No, and that's like, I need a hook. That's what I like. A hook is gonna make me stay, right? Whether it's like the weakest part of like my hook,
You'd
I
be a
like.
terrible fish.
Yeah, I'd be a terrible fish.
You love the hooks.
Not like the hook, not like the vocal hook.
I'm
Like I need something that sticks in my head.
I'm joking.
So like on the weaker end of like what sticks in my head, like
Yeah.
name familiarity, everyone always has those artists that they will go back to. I'm not gonna lie here. I'm not gonna sit here and lie and say like because this artist made this, I'm gonna listen to it. Like for example, my brother and I, we love Denzel Curry. Denzel Curry released a new song this week.
I thought you said Denzel Washington.
Nah.
He fucking makes music.
What? Oh my
Dude,
god.
let's
He
go,
released a
dude.
song this week called "Blood on My Nikes." Is it the most technical rap song out there? No, but is it Denzel Curry? And I like that he's having fun and he's just messing around with the like a basic rap flow. Yeah,
Even
but
just,
if
like,
I'm listening to a new artist, I need to find that hook. What's gonna make me catch on to you? So with Foxing, I can tell you, because Foxing has been my obsession for the longest time. We saw Foxing live because we went to Utah to go see Manchester Orchestra, and I'm in the crowd, and I had heard one single from Foxing, and I was like, oh, they're like Blue October. Do y'all remember Blue October?
Oh, I love Blue
Yeah.
October.
So the single's very Blue October for the most recent album, and so I was like, oh, it's
Yeah.
like Blue October. I can get into it.
But you like Kings of Lead,
Kings of Leon.
Kings of Leon?
Kings. I was gonna say
No.
Legion. I was,
Kings of
Kings of
Legion.
Leon.
So I'm like prepped. We've been like we were on the road for 6 hours. I had a playlist and we listened to like a bunch of other shit, but I only had like one Foxing song on there, and it was a single.
And you remember you even saying like,
Yeah, they're okay. And then we get to the show. They start their show and they just like blow my fucking mind.
they're really.
The singer is screaming his lungs out. The guitarist is beating the hell out of his guitars and then switching to playing keys at the same time. The bassist is giving his all on stage. The drummer's like just going nuts in certain sections. It took one song and I was like, oh my god, I completely misjudged this. And it was that one song enough to like hook into my head because it was like he went from
Was
the
it a
singer specifically.
was it a visual thing then?
No,
It was
no,
the
it was a
experience.
set. It was
Because it was
a sound thing.
live, or because
That's what I'm saying. Because you could see
No,
them doing it. Or
It wasn't just because it was live. It was the sound. So
Oh,
like
okay.
live is obviously live is
Yeah,
one thing.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
live shows are a whole
yeah.
different thing. We can like spend a bunch of time talking about like the sound that I heard the singer singing his normal voice that I had heard on the singer, and I was like, okay, whatever. But when he hit that scream,
Yeah.
when he hit that grit, when he hit that emotion, I was like, that's what's stuck in my head now.
Yeah.
When I think of Foxing, I think of like this super powerful emotion that this singer is conveying and that everyone else is pushing up, right?
Yeah.
So it's that emotion, right? That emotion that band or that
Makes
whatever made you feel
Yeah,
in that moment that hooked you in.
yeah,
I just
yeah.
want-
Whether it's live or whether it's a
So is
recording.
that the part of the hook that you're trying to get people when you guys make a song? Is that are you trying to get them with the emotion?
Especially because live is very different than, I mean, obviously, not that we like sound that different from like live and performing. There's gonna be some differences because like you always want to add like
Yeah,
extensions or
especially
just
the
whatever.
room, the size,
Exactly.
and everything else changes.
But-
Colin's gonna rush.
No, but I mean like, cause yeah, sometimes we'll play something faster or like, for example, maybe on on Spotify is not how we play maybe live anymore. It's a whole new version.
Oh,
So
okay.
the way that people perceive you live can really change the way that they. Because there's some people like who come to the gig, they're just there, or they're there for another band, and they'll come up to us like, "You guys were so good. Like, I loved watching you on stage. I loved this. Like, you guys were whatever." But it can determine whether or not we get like 3 more Instagram followers or not
Yeah.
that nice. So sometimes it really does make a difference.
Yeah.
So it's like, have you ever like performed a song in front of like an audience, and there's a certain part where you feel the audience like you feel them more, and so you go more into that piece of the song, or
Yes.
Yeah.
vice
Do
versa.
you
where
guys
you
communicate with that, or like you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like kind of keep rolling. Do you guys communicate, or is just the
We kind
vibes?
of feel it out.
Yeah.
And I think we do enough stuff in practice to like know. But I will say a specific moments, house parties.
Mhm. That was
I don't know
what
why I said it like
too.
that, but
You guys played at house parties?
We
Yes.
played-
That's
couple.
yeah, we played a couple.
There
There was
is-
always like the funnest like crowds. Like I think one of the
Yes.
first
They
house
go
parties we
crazy.
did, like one of the first house parties we did, which I think was before. Well, I think
before Colin was
before Colin joined us. But like it was just like the first song we played, like people like instantly just came up
Yeah.
and like kind of crowded around us, and I think that just kind of set the tone
That's
for the
dope.
whole night.
Yeah,
Like just being able to have that feeling of like catching their attention kind of instantly, and then just kind of keeping that through the whole set. I think it's just it's like because when you're at a bar, I feel like people are usually like they're like listening, but they're not. You know, they're always doing
conversating.
Something else going on.
There's
Yeah.
always things going on, but for house parties, like I feel like people are always like. Yeah, they're kind of there for the moment, and like I feel like there's always just a different energy that's there, which is always fun.
What's your guys'
Yeah.
tour called?
I don't think we have a name for
We don't have a
it.
name
House
for
tour.
it.
Texas
What,
tour.
what are we going to do?
House
Like Texas
party
tour?
tour.
Well, they're all at
Texas tour.
bars.
Yeah.
The house party
House
tour.
parties, that'd
If
be
it
kinda
was
fun.
house
Sure,
party,
like-
Come on, dude.
House
House
party
party
right
tour.
there.
If we could set that up, that would be sick. But like the house party I was talking about, so it's like old home. I think it was built in like the 1930s or something. But it's old home Denver that a bunch of people shared, and they called it Cowtown. And that was like every year they would do house parties there. And when we got there, I remember being like, this is
You
gonna be
guys
so
would-
lame.
I'm sorry, but Willie he told me about this, that he used to live in Grand Junction, and there was like this big ass, I can't remember the band, and they're like ginormous band, like they've been on world tours and everything else, that they played in the basement of his house, and all the time, and it's just like crazy, like Willie would be fucking.
There's
It's
nothing
like-
that makes you feel like more
Willie
of a
can't
rock
come
star
out
than
with
a house tour.
Yeah, I know.
Than a house
Yeah,
show.
honestly,
Yeah.
which would be
ADHD,
cool.
my ADHD, just be like, Willie has very bad ADHD, just like me, very bad. I say her so much. Sorry.
Him and Chris have talked the whole time. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Calvin's just silent.
We have a guest.
Calvin's
It's a
all
podcast,
CS.
not a
Your
speech.
guest is just in the corner like fucking.
But Cowtown, we got there, and I remember thinking like, this is gonna be lame. Like, there's nobody's standing. Everybody's just like in chairs, like sitting. And the moment we started playing, the room filled up, and it was a whole different vibe. And I mean, like, it was definitely a different feeling. And we actually played there twice, and we did another house party. We did one in Boulder as well.
Fort Collins.
Fort Collins was really fun. That one was a Halloween party,
Pause
and
real quick.